Hello everyone, and welcome to the SystemMagic stream. I'm Andrew, and this is Invisible Greg. Uh, here with some Pioneer Red-White Pia. Yeah, Greg is unfortunately another can of white paint has fallen on him. So for today, he will be invisible. As he is wont to do. Uh, but he should manage to become visible sometime in the next hour and a half. So, we'll see what happens with that. It's really a matter of just how much time it takes him to wash off the white paint. You know, but yeah. So I'm gonna be starting out solo today. We're gonna be playing some of this red white Pia deck that did well in the Pioneer Showcase Challenge. So the basic conception of this deck is that it's kind of a prowess style deck. Um, it's kind of a prowess style deck in the style of modern prowess. That is to say, it's got 8 1/2 prowess creatures, a variety of burn spells, a bunch of cards that say draw 2 cards for 2 mana, along with Pia, which means that whenever you play a card from exile, land or spell, you get a free Thopter with haste, which is pretty great. So it just really turbocharges all of these effects, including the Showdown, including the Bone Crusher Giants from Adventures, etc., etc. And so what this deck is trying to do is straddle the line of pressure and grinding in some sense. You want all of your cards to be individually efficient, while at the same time kind of seeing a lot of them. It might be a scam down. I don't really know. We're gonna give a verdict after the stream. This is gonna be our scam or the truth stream. But yeah, I did make some changes. I played a little with the deck. I realized pretty quickly that I think the deck just so from the list that did well in the Pioneer Showcase Challenge the other day, I've added 2 lands. I've added a Spikefield Hazard and a Mountain. I just kind of found that, I don't know, you really, really, really need to hit some land drops this deck, and I added a few. Additionally, I put the 4th Showdown into the main. I just sort of found that this card is kind of unreal in this deck. Just kind of does everything you ever want to do. 4 cards is a ton. It very often finds Pia because 4 is so many. Even when it doesn't, you go really nuts with the modes 2 and 3 pretty easily. So yeah, I added the 4th one back to the main. Ended up shaving some of these play with fires. I kind of think Bone Crusher is the better card, and Spike Flash is also the better card. So I don't want too many of these. But yeah, I also cut all the unplayable cards, so there's no Soul Partitions. That card's not playable. That's a very reasonable choice, Don. I've also added I play with it. I also added a bunch of deck stones to the sideboard. I kind of like having just a lot of ways to exile large green creatures. Yeah, if you're blaming people for the blanked on blanked until she blanked, that's all Jesse's fault. It's like 8,000% Jesse's fault. But anyway, so I added some deck stones to the sideboard just to have more ways to exile Green's creatures. I sort of noticed that Chain to the Rocks was incredible in the mashup, and I just wondered if I could just play more Chain to the Rocks. 3 may be too many. It's possible that only 2 is right. I continue to not think Invasion of Gobakhan is a playable card, so I cut those for Chandras, which are nice because they synergize with Pia while just being kind of a good grindy card in these prowess style decks. I know some of the mono red lists that were leaning more into the Reckless Impulses in Old Pioneer played Chandra in the main, and so I think having X on the sideboard might be good. Maybe they're bad, I'm not entirely sure. The list also had 1 copy of Wear Tear, and I actually played a little bit with the deck prior to the stream, and I was really, really impressed. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, really appreciate that. So I really was impressed by Wear Tear when I was trying the deck, just because against Rakdos Sack, the ability of this card to blow up a Fable and an artifact of some sort was pretty awesome. Plus just the ability to Fable for 1 mana. This also can kill the various enchantment removal spells out of the 5 color decks for 1 mana, which is pretty cool because freeing your Pia often leads to a huge swing in 1 turn. So yeah, I'm trying 2 of them. I don't exactly know how many is right, but 2 seemed reasonable to me. So those are basically the changes I made to the sideboard. Oh, and then I threw in 1 Abrade, just another way to answer an artifact, and a good way to kill Mayhem Devil at instant speed. Seemed worthwhile. So I threw 1 in there, especially because I was kind of shaving on this stuff. I thought having additional way to remove a creature might be reasonable. So yeah, this is kind of where I ended up. I don't know if this list is flawless by any means. I think, in fact, it's probably pretty rough, but I also think the list that won the Showcase Challenge was pretty rough and still did some pretty powerful things. If you haven't, oh, thanks for the follow. Kai Kisie? I'm not sure how to say your name, but yeah. So, basically, I mean, I think the deck did quite well in the showcase against green. I don't know exactly how the green matchup is or isn't. I do think that yeah, famously this deck actually did beat both of my friends at the stream. Oh, I threw in this Chandra without thinking about it. That's actually probably not acceptable at all. All right, chat. There's no way that's worth it. All right, these are gone. Okay, I need an anti-sweeper card that's Giganta compatible. Does anyone have any suggestions right now? A classic, I started streaming and then realized that I couldn't do this. I'm not playing Gobakon. Gobakon's not playable. That card does nothing. Also, Gobakon doesn't really trigger Pia, to be clear. Like, when you say Gobakon triggers Pia, their Gobakon triggers your Pia, but, like, it doesn't really work out the way you want it to. Yeah. Anyway, maybe I could put the Outpost Siege. I don't think you can play more 4-drops. You already have 4 showdowns. It's probably as many as you're allowed. But anyway, yeah. So this is a classic case of Andrew added a card pre-streaming without testing it all, and then realized that it was just not going to function whatsoever. Yeah, that's true. That triggers Pia when you flip it. I also just generally think in the grinding matchups, if Pia's alive, things are going really well. So you don't really need like cards that are like this card's good and it's better. Oh god, that's a good question, Clarm, because I actually didn't light one. So hold on while I quickly light a candle sponsor because Greg's not here. One moment. It's a classic case that you don't really need anthems is the answer. When Pia's going, you're getting so much value out of playing these cards from exile that you don't necessarily need like more ways to pay off. The payoff is you have a bajillion tokens and a bajillion cards, and your opponent has no life. You'll see when we get to the games, but yeah, it's pretty easy. Okay, I've just quickly lit this Berry Mandarin candle, so that's not a candle sponsor. But yeah. But anyway, my apologies for that. Yeah, so maybe I should just put the invasions back. I don't know. My experience with Invasion is that in literally every deck I've ever played, this card has been horrendous. And maybe this is an exception, but I sort of suspect it's terrible. We can try it, though. I don't know. I'm a pretty... Like, the issue with this card is not the games that you flip it, it's the games that you don't flip it. Like, I kind of think it's garbage, but given that Conjure isn't Giganta compatible, I'm not exactly sure what I want. So... We can try it. Really firm endorsement. Yeah, wedding announcement's reasonable. Wedding announcement's reasonable. I do like the anthem aspect of that. But the problem with wedding announcement is I might have to rent them, and I don't really want to just on stream randomly rent wedding announcements. So I don't think Adanto does any. Like this deck's pretty grindy. Like in the grinding matchups, you weirdly turn into a control deck and try to beat them on the X's mana efficiency. Also, Zyphos, changing the candle sponsor when I'm here alone is just cruel and unusual punishment. And you should know that's forbidden by the U.S. Constitution, I believe. But I'm going to do it, so hold on. Okay. I have switched to this Bath & Body Works Sailing in the Mediterranean candle. So, that's now the candle sponsor. Oh god, why did I let do this to me? Hearing the Unforgiving I think is probably just too bad a Magic card. Anyway, we'll try the invasions given that I can't play Chandra with Giganta because I would never lose Giganta. Giganta's busted. Chat. Here's the thing: if you ever play a deck with Giganta, don't play cyber cards that don't let you play Giganta. People do this sometimes. Greg will be visible in roughly 30 minutes to an hour. But. I know the invasion triggers Pia. Look, we can try invasion. That's about all I have to say about the deck list, I think. Yeah, I made a bunch of changes that I talked about. I think they're pretty good, but I'm not yet sure if this deck is good. I'll warn chat. This is definitely a deck that I'm usually when I stream things, I try to stream things that I think are pretty good and pretty major parts of Pioneer. This one might be a total scam. I'm really not sure. But it was played by Kamada Man, who I think is one of the stronger Moto grinders. Doesn't get much recognition because I believe Kamada Man is from Japan, and therefore we do not hear from them much. But I think they're actually quite a strong player, have a really good string of results. So we'll see if they're onto something or not. Also, this was originally invented by Kellen Pastor, I think, but Kellen list was, I think, a lot less refined. So anyway, let's get in there. Flipping Invasion does trigger Pia, yeah. Okay, so this hand's a fine keep. It's just like got a pretty good curve of aggressive creatures followed by a turn 4 showdown. So chat, here's some wisdom for you. When you have these hands, a lot of the time you actually want to wait on the Swiftspear because playing Swiftspear on the turn it gets a bonus counter from Kumano is really strong. So it's unclear to me if we should play Soul. So like what we may want to do here is something like Soulscar Mage on 1, double Kumano on 2, and then Swiftspear as a 3/3 on turn 3. Seems nice. No, I don't want 5 mana 5/5s in my 60. Yeah, I think the play here is supposed to be Soulscar Mage and double Kumano, but it could just be play a Kumano on 1, and then on turn 2, play Soulscar Mage with a counter plus Kumano. But I think I prefer the Soulscar Mage line, because this attacks for 3 on turn 2, and then like a jillion on turn 3. So yeah, Kumano Swiftspear Kumano 2 does seem close to me. I'm not entirely sure which is better, but this makes some sense to me. Anyway, yeah, BLJ, Greg had a can of white paint fall on him, very unfortunately. And so, yeah, he's currently washing off the paint, but it's going to take him, a bit. It was a lot of paint. So, yeah, expect him in, 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, that's what they call me, H-Fang. That's what they call me. But yeah, this came off to a pretty good start, I think. Applying a lot of pressure to our opponent without committing that many cards. Greg, that's a nice one, Riley. You definitely saved that. All right, so Impulse. Okay, so this might be like creativity or something, but I think that's just fine. I mean, this hand is going to kill pretty quickly. Oh, we can turn that back on. Sorry, the Rat King Redemption was turned off for a period of time because there were reasons. It was turned off for good reasons, but actually Attila just went to the groomers today, so he's like had all his hair shaved off, so he looks like way more rat-like than usual. But I can turn it back on. Give me 1 sec. Sorry, it was not our intent to continue to have that turned off, I think. Yeah, if you redeem dog cameo, I can get you rat. Was it crazy? Spike was lopstick. I don't think it was crazy, but I really want to play Showdown on 4. So I was basically willing. Yeah, okay. So you want me to get the rat? I can get the rat. I'm gonna shock with Shaker Fender here because I think on the Showdown turn I might want to both play a land from exile and I might want to I'll get Attila in just a bit, but yeah. So basically, okay, that's fine. I want to shock here because often when you hit Pia off Showdown, you end up wanting to play the lands off the Showdown really badly. And so I want to have 2 white lands in play so I can kind of play whatever lands I hit off this without having that create like other problems. And I've really found Showdown to be incredibly messed up in this deck. I've won almost every game that I cast card. It goes nuts with Pia, but also this deck's pretty good at just going nuts with the counters. Like you can see, my opponent is just going to be dead next turn. Oh, I'm going to get to the pack cracking. Okay. So we easily won game 1. Okay, so I don't know if this card is good at all. But if it's good at all, it's probably good in this matchup. I also think Wear Tears might be good in this matchup. And the reason why is this can kill Fable and Random Treasures and Gearhulks, actually. So I would like to put in all those cards. I would not like play with Fires, and I probably want some Bone Crushers for Fables. But probably not like too many. And maybe Nice of Braid as another way to kill like Gearhulks and whatnot. I guess maybe Chain Thorax is worse. Chained is not very good. I guess Chained is maybe a good way to answer either Gearhulk. Yeah, let's do this. They could be on a track, so yeah, hard to say. Okay, so now in the 2 minutes while I wait for Sideboarding to finish, I'm gonna grab Attila. One sec, chat, one sec. All right. Here is Attila. See, this is what Attila looks like with all his hair shaved off. You see, he just came back from the groomers, and they gave him a summer cut. So you can see he's way smaller without all his hair. But yeah, this is Attila with no fur. So yeah, Attila's like 80% floof, you gotta understand. So with no fur, this is what he looks like. Anyway, how can we be sure that it's in fact Attila? I mean, we can't really. It could really be anything. I think that one way you can tell though is Attila does really like me, famously, and you can see that he still really likes me in this form. But yeah, this is how large it always is. There's just a lot more floof here, to be fair. This, by the way, is a GPS tracker, actually. But anyway, yeah. So now we'll have Attila joining us for a bit. We just have Apple AirTags on there. I don't really know if that's the optimal approach, BLJ, but it was easy, so we did it. The rat is a dog, yeah. Or if you prefer the dog as a rat. It's kind of a dealer's choice angle in which of those phrasings you prefer. All right, chat, so this is a kind of interesting spot. I think it's possible I should just impulse here. Because playing Soulscar Mage is very mana inefficient. And with so much like gas in my hand, I think mana efficiency might be at a premium. So I think I'd rather just... yeah. I think I'd rather just Reckless Impulse, but yeah. Oh, I actually have an insane story about the Apple AirTag thing. So we got these AirTags on a whim. When we got them, we didn't know that like we'd have this problem where they would only work with Apple devices, kind of. And so the situation is, in my household, exactly one person has Apple devices and everyone else is all Android. Can you guess the person? Can you guess the one person who can check Attila's location at any time? Because it's very humorous, chat. Yeah, that's correct. Only Greg can access the AirTags. Anyway, so here, okay, I could Swift Spear, Rend Resolve, and attack for 2, but I think I'd rather just Rend Resolve, play Soulscar Mage, and next turn make a bigger prowess attack with multiple threats. Well, someone did turn Greg into a dog. Yeah, it's actually a very unfortunate incident, and he's pretty sensitive about it. Oh. Huh. Well then, I think I'll just blow up their Fable, huh? And next turn I can like Gabagool plus 2 guys or something like that. That seems pretty reasonable. Greg actually does often lick my handle in human form, but it's a lot more disturbing. So keep that in mind. But yeah, Jeff, Greg will be here in roughly 45 minutes to an hour. He told me to start the stream without him. Valakut Awakening is put on the stack. All right. Well then. I'm pretty glad I killed the Fable if it caused them to do this with their turn. Like, that has to be a win, right? Alright, let's get Swift Spear down. I'm being wormed? I mean, maybe. You know, sometimes you're the wormy and sometimes you're the wormer. So, yeah, let's, I think, just start with Swift Spear. There is a candle sponsor. It's already been changed to Troll Me, so don't worry. Chat's on it. So let's do this, and let's kind of see what they're up to over there. I'm getting punished for not playing a land first. Oh wow, I really should play the land first, and I could spike field here, and I would still kill the Gabagool. Yeah, this is a mistake. I'm sorry, chat. Okay, well, Volcanic Spike sure is going to cost 2 more. Dawn, I will open the pack between rounds, but I will not do it mid-round. Oh, they'd spell mastery. Okay, then I'm unpunished. Yeah. So anyway, let's get Kumano down here. I don't think there's a lot of reason to play the Soulscar Mage into the face-up Voltaic Spite, whereas this way, next turn I can play the Soulscar Mage, and if they go to spite it, I can save it, which is kind of nice. Also, this can hit battles. Not irrelevant. You can see Attila looking to the side, because what's actually happening right now is, for some reason, Scipio is barking. And Attila hears that, and he's very interested. He's not sure what's going on, but he would like to be part of it. Okay, hey. You need to not freak out. If you freak out, your cameo is going to end. All right, well, we're casting our second 2-mana do-nothing of the game. Not yet sure this card does anything. Hey, shh. All right, and let's save our guy. Oh, wait, actually, maybe I should save our guy and put a -1 counter on this. Wait, that seems kind of good. Is it good to give this a -1 counter? But I guess if I target this, then... If I target this, then either my things kills this next turn. Maybe that's better. I think targeting this is right, but it's kind of complicated. Because if I shrink this... Yeah, if I shrink... Yeah, I think I should just target the invasion, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, 1 second. Attila's gonna be departing now as he's freaking out. So give me 1 sec. Chat, we really got an incredibly chaotic stream here with just me solo doing all this nonsense. Oh wow, they killed their guy. That's unfortunate. Okay, so let's Reckless Impulse. Oh baby. Okay, we are off to the races now, chat. We are off to the goddamn races. All right, so we Pia. We play this land. Dom, I tried to cut the invasions minutes before the stream, but what happened is I tried to cut them for a card that's color, and I didn't want to play that. So we're back to invasions now, but they might be wrong. Or are they gonna fire up the hall? I mean, I think I can take 7. Legitimately.
Hello.
Look who it is. Oh, you got the paint off, I see.
I did. Just leaving the closet open, huh?
Yeah, you know, I wanted them to see our secrets.
Gotta reveal all our secrets.
Okay, I'll slide over, and you can sit down.
Uh-huh. Also, I heard you say Dom is here, which is great, because, oh my god, Dom, that reunion was messy.
Alright, so when I cast the invasion, I get a Thopter. So I think I can attack with both creatures, but maybe I shouldn't.
Some classic Andrew not turning on the ring light.
Oh, I did forget to turn on the ring light. God damn it. And you know I got a candle sponsor and then they changed it.
Okay.
So now it's this.
Did you point out that it was Dom's candle?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Sailing in the Mediterranean?
I did say it was that, but I mostly tweeted because it was there and I forgot to think about candle sponsors.
Totally fine. Also, only lighting 1 of the 3 wicks, that's...
Yeah, I think I can attack with both my creatures safely. But maybe the Pia is just supposed to stay home, though. I think the Pia staying home is maybe better. Yeah, because the Pia stays home, I can still kill this next turn because I have 2+1 and the Pia blocks the Goblin. Yeah, Pia is supposed to not attack. Okay. So the play here, I think, is to attack this for 1. Only lighting 1 of 3? Well, you see, I was very lazy. That's actually one of my core personality traits, and this was just, like, much lazier. Anyway, let's get a Pia token, shall we?
This is our first matchup.
Yeah, we won game 1 very easily.
Nice. And we put a bad card into our deck.
Well, I tried to cut both of them for Chandra Dress to kills, and then chat pointed out Chandra's kill wasn't
Gigantha, yeah.
And then I couldn't scramble to find a better idea in the midstream, so...
Wait, Jeff, what is this comment? Oh,
I think it's pretty self-explanatory, Greg.
Oh no, did you have a rat here?
Yeah, he's much more rat-like than
He's so rat-like.
Well, Attila, both dogs are guys, Jeff. Just the
yeah, yeah. Can you scoot over so I can scoot up? Thank you. Yeah, Attila is really rat-like. I was hoping the co-host would be Charmeleon.
No. It was Attila. Also, Don redeemed Crack a Pack.
Ooh, I have a great, exciting pack to crack. Oh, while I was gone, you redeemed Neoform? Too bad they only count while I'm here. Guess you gotta save up another 10,000 channel points.
Oh my god, Greg. I like guess it's much less fun streaming alone, I'd like to state.
Yeah, I know.
But I also wanted to get going.
I think that was a good idea. I'm sorry for being late. It's because we thought there was only one episode of The Ultimatum that we had to watch, but or only 2, but it turned out there were 3. And so we stayed to watch it at the end. And oh man, it was messy.
Pia becoming a 3/4 could matter. Yeah, it could, but if my Pia was
Please Explain Paint story, we did watch the reunion. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you mean? Greg just got covered in paint as he often does.
Yeah. I was covered in white paint, and I just washed it all off.
Yeah. But if Pia attacked here, this goblin would currently attack me to 3 life, which seems dubious to me. And they'd get a free treasure out of the deal.
Are we playing against? Oh, this is creativity.
Yeah, whereas with Pia at home, I can just block this goblin, and if they try to finish off Pia, I'll happily just sack this.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is just, like, better.
Yeah, that was really, really messed up, Clarm. And, you know, look away from the chat if you're trying to avoid the Ultimatum Queer Love Edition spoilers, but...
Do you think that describes anyone?
I mean, in the past, I've requested that chat not...
Okay, so they have this up, so I should just attack the invasion for 3 and leave Pia home.
Yep. In the past, I've requested that chat not bring up Ultimatum spoilers to avoid them from me, so I feel like it'd be hypocritical to then, you know, without warning, bring up Ultimatum spoilers for myself, you know?
You know that it was very difficult to try to get Attila and put Attila back while streaming alone.
Yeah,
I would say that was a real challenge.
I bet it was.
You know, I think this is the best I've had Light Shield the Raid be. But I also still know it's good.
Did you bring Attila for dog cameo?
Well, rat cameo was disabled and someone specifically requested dog.
I thought I re-enabled it, but here, I can fix it right now.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to re-enable it while I'm streaming alone, but they were like, okay, if I redeem dog cameo, can you give me a rat cameo?
I
was
see,
like, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they saved a whole 1 channel point. Oh, I thought I fixed it. Okay, well, it's back. Maybe?
Well, does it not come back to like the next stream, or does it change midstream? I don't know how it works. Okay, so they're creativiting their treasure, but I don't know what they're going to get here that's going to beat me. Xenagos. A classic. Also, if they had found World's Bandworm here, we might be able to beat it.
Yeah, it would have been annoying for sure.
It's quite tricky for sure.
Okay, wait. I have a sweet pack to crack. It's a great pack.
You didn't realize the true words for different dogs? Of course, there were different dogs.
Yeah, one's for a dog and one's for a rat.
Yeah, it's pretty clear which is which.
So did you just like leave them alone while you went to go get Attila?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so for our IRL Crack-A-Pack, we're going to redeem this Streets of New Capenna promo pack that I got for 3-0ing a draft at Lodestone Coffee and Games.
Is Matt right? Were we Dobbs to Hall Xenagos? That actually might be true. Well, wait, no, we can probably block with enough stuff to not be Dobbs. Because we only need... But it might be bad, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that's a
Hall
good point.
Xenagos... Wait, Matt, I think he might be right. I think that exchange from our opponent might have been dubious. But, you know, times the breaks, we'll take it.
Anyway, I have literal no idea what's in this promo Streets of New Capenna pack. It says it's only 3 cards, but, you know, let's find out, shall we? Oh, they used their treasure, so they couldn't activate Hall.
But they could just draw a lane and animate Hall. I mean, they
Yeah.
had 18 life points. I mean, I know our things were going fast, but...
Okay, so our cards are Cut Your Losses with a little promo stamp. And this Rumor Gatherer with an alternate frame. That's kind of cool, I guess. And a Skyclave Apparition.
Why is there a Skyclave Apparition?
I'll use that. That's a very nice thing to own. I have often needed more Skyclave Apparitions.
That's even true.
This is the best promo pack I've ever opened. I can't show them the arena code. Someone might redeem it. I have no idea what it'll give me, but I plan on redeeming it on my own account. So...
Oh yeah, check. Okay, Banjo card was right. Xenos doesn't go trample, the worm naturally has trample.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, yes. So we would have, in fact, been fine.
Your favorite SNC card. Well, I think the promo packs contain, like... I've opened one of these before, and I think it's, like, one rare from the set, which was Cut Your Losses, one of these alt art promo cards, and then, like... I feel like it's always, like, a good-ish card. Like, the last time I opened one of these, it was, like, the mythic rare that triples your mana, which is like a good card for Commander. What kind of pack has 3 cards in it? It's a promo pack. I don't actually know what this is, but I got it for winning a draft. They just handed me this.
Our opponent is currently double queuing in a new to MTGO Modern Gauntlet League. All right.
Okay.
Good to know that that's what they're doing.
It's not the list card. It's just a normal Skyclave Apparition. It has the BFC symbol and everything, but it just has the little Planeswalker symbol. So.
Also, I think this hand's a keep, by the way. I didn't ask you and I kept it.
Nice.
Ah, mono green. Okay. So I found that the original list was short land, so I added a land and a Spikefield Hazard.
Okay.
And now we're going to cast the Spikefield Hazard.
Nice. Stores get a ton of those promo packs to hand out. Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, also this stream is in honor of our fallen comrades, Greg.
Who are our fallen comrades?
Well, both MSJ and Azax lost to this deck in the Pioneer Showcase Challenge. So this
they both lost to this deck.
That's correct.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So this stream is to honor them.
Yeah. Nice.
In the only way we know how.
Can we only honor MSJ, though?
Yeah, we can.
Nice.
that plays.
Okay.
Wait, what do you think we should do here?
Well, now that we drew this Kumano, I think we should play Swift Spear and Kumano.
Because we could Impulse, but I guess most things we want to cast would be 1-drops anyway, so we can probably cast them next turn. Because we'd like a Chained or a 1-mana way to kill the Elf, most likely.
Yeah.
So I guess we should probably play the 2-1s.
Yeah.
So I know Kumano Man beat green a bunch in the thing. I don't know how the green matchup actually is for this deck. It seems decent just between like the 1-drops pressuring the shocks killing elves and the Chain the Rocks killing bigger things, but I don't know. The weird part is like this deck has this kind of pretty potent grindy element where like eventually you go really nuts with Showdown, and I think that element is less important against green.
Yeah, I assume Showdown's like actively kind of bad against green.
I mean, I think we want more than none in, but maybe like 2.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure. I added 3 deck stones to the sideboard.
Okay.
Because I wanted cards that I wanted more Chain the Rocks. I was like, how can I get more chains in?
Okay.
And I think Bone Crusher is not really what this match was about.
Sure.
I do admit though the card Pia is very good against green.
Yeah.
Because in some matchups you play Pia, you get a little value and it dies, but against green you play Pia, it lives and it goes nuts. So that part is definitely nice. That's interesting. I mean, we could just play the Swiss Spear, play the Impulse. But it could be worth... But I think Killing Elf might be... Let's see. So Killing Elf is the difference between... It's not that big a difference.
Yeah, because so even with the Elf dead, they have 6 mana, even without a land to storm.
Yes. So what it would do is... It would prevent them from, like, re-storming and going nuts.
So, wait, important question. Let's say we just Swift Spirit Impulse, we'll have 5 power. Where are we sending that 5 power?
I think at Kiora.
Okay.
Because that way if they...
Because I do think 5 damage to Kiora is really notably different than 6 damage.
Yeah, I think we should play Swift Spear, land, impulse.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Okay, and I don't really know what.
I think if our plan was to attack them, I would have done the impulse first.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I don't know really which land, 2 lands we should play actually.
It kind of feels like our life doesn't matter, and I want to play Foundry.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm down.
Okay.
It's just that in the future, something you always consider with this deck is you don't get to know what your land drops are in the future.
Yeah.
So as a result of that, it's often right to
Aw, thanks, DLJ.
As a result of that, it's often right to like give yourself more colored mana access than you might need right now.
Yeah.
So that later you can play exiled lands in essence. I mean, I'm pretty worried about this game, by the way, I would say. I think we're losing.
It does feel like we're losing, but we can hope that they just Charmeleon out.
Well, we don't need them to Charmeleon that hard, because we're going to start going nuts pretty quick here.
Yeah.
But we need a little time. Attila's life matters. Yeah, that's very wise. Karn. So I don't know what this Karn's going to find. Because the Planeswalkers are actually under pretty heavy pressure.
Just find Asika's Chariot. That would be pretty bad.
Oh, because they can just, like, Asika's Chariot sack the Kiora on tap?
Sack the Kiora to cast it?
That's pretty reasonable. It could also be Haywire Might with intent to, like, block and kill the Kumano.
Oh, sure.
Oh, no, except that they'd have to kill it before it flips to kill it. Interesting. I mean, I think that Showdown, this is a great Showdown deck. I had a lot of games when I was practicing this deck before the stream where I went absolutely bananas with the card. Like, making 6 6s and 7 7s out of my 1/1 Thopters and whatnot. Also, I like that it digs so deep to find... Oh, Ratchy B. Oh, shit. They should find Ratchet Bomb. Yeah, wait. Azak is right. So they could go play Ratchet Bomb, untap it, destroy all of our non-land permanents. But that didn't happen.
It's okay. They found Sky Song.
I don't think I would have found Sky Sovereign if I were our opponent. But we'll see how it works out for them. Because now we're going to be able to pressure their Planeswalkers pretty heavily.
Yeah.
Probably, I think, start with the Ren's Resolve and see what we resolve.
I think so, though. Let's see what we draw. Let's start with the Ren's Resolve.
I mean, we could Showdown, try to get to the Showdown, like, Chapter 2 quicker. But I think I'd rather just get them in.
I'd rather Ren's Resolve.
Yeah.
If we find a way to play an elf, I think we'll be really happy.
Yes.
And we're, like, pretty likely to, right?
Yes. Because Bonecrusher kind of does it. So we have effectively, like, 7 ways to do it or whatever. Okay, and I think we should just not worry about ourselves coming in Bonecrusher.
I think so. Although, wait, do we want to just Bonecrusher a Planeswalker?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the target of Bonecrusher should be.
I guess it should be an elf, right?
Because then our attacks can be more, like, accurate in some sense. Yes.
Although, let's assume we hit an elf. Are we then going to send both creatures at Karn?
The 2 big one creatures at Karn, the small creature at
Oh,
Kiora.
right, the 2/2 can attack it as haste.
Yes.
I always forget that.
It doesn't have haste on Arena, don't worry.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, like in updated versions.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
that was a legitimate comment.
Yeah.
All right, let's stomp an elf. This one?
Yeah. That one's shinier. We gotta kill it.
Well, also, it's non-summoning sick, insofar as that matters.
I mean, it very clearly doesn't, but yeah.
Kumano does hit Planeswalkers, yeah. That is correct. Alright, so this attacks Karn, this attacks Karn. Wait, oh no, sorry, I did both of them wrong. This attacks Karn, this attacks Karn. Karn. This attacks Kiora. And we'll kill Kiora or the elf, their choice.
Sure. And definitely kill Karn.
Yeah.
Yep. They have crop rotation up. That's true. I mean, they have one card in hand. We know for a fact it is Sky Sovereign. Okay,
so we are going to end up getting Elf plus Karn, which I'm happy with.
I'm happy with. They can have Kiora on 1. It's really not long for this world.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I would have chump blocked for the Kiora if I were them, but I can see some logic to it.
Yeah.
It's very, obviously, if they draw a 4-drop creature, they get paid off massively.
Right.
And that's not like that unlikely.
That's what they did.
Yeah, because now they can even play a land and Skyboat as well.
Oh yeah, that's very scary.
Well, it's definitely scary. So now I think we should probably do is if we don't is just Showdown, and if we draw a land, we can still Kumano.
Yeah.
And if we don't draw land, I also just don't care that much about Kumano.
And we have like 8 million looks for lands.
I mean, we are going to go over the top of this.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty realistic that if we double Showdown, we can beat this.
Yep. I mean, obviously they have draws that are.
Oh yeah. I mean, we probably need them to not draw good cards for a few turns, but we're not asking that much. All right. So now this always happens with this deck. It gets pretty obnoxious.
Okay. Yeah.
So Kumano has to be played this turn. Everything else is valid for next turn.
Yeah.
So I think we should just play Kumano.
Okay. It's valid for just next turn?
Yes.
Yeah, let's slam Kumano.
And then next turn we're going to go Pia, go nuts.
Yep.
And I believe Pia Go Nuts is going to beat this board.
If they like top deck Storm, we might be in trouble, but...
Yes, but if our opponent draws a land here, I think we are over 50% to win.
Yeah.
Far from like guaranteed, but over 50%.
Yep.
Because we are dying pretty quick, like they can like crew the thing and hit us for 10, but once we start making Thopters, rapidly this Skyboat isn't going to matter, and then like we're going to see 100 cards and like it'll work itself out. Also on the third showdown turn, we can re-showdown.
Yeah.
Like, once this deck starts rolling, it's very strong. I found the toughest games with this deck are actually the games where you don't have either of these two cards. Because then, like, you kind of don't have enough cardboard to, like, go anywhere.
Right. Then you're just, like, mono-red in Pioneer.
Yes, which is an unplayable deck.
Yes.
So that's why I actually moved the fourth showdown to the main, from the middle side in the sideboard. Because I just found that, like, it was too crucial to my deck's functioning. Even though against decks like green, I plan to port out probably about a showdown.
Yeah.
1 to 2 showdowns, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So we take 10. Oh, no?
Nope.
This, I think, is a mistake from our opponent. I think they are misassigning their role here. At this point in time, they are the beatdown.
Yeah.
And they need to realize that. Like, they like the 4 life here, I think, is going to be incredibly relevant.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, our Pia will not be boatable.
Nice.
So.
And we don't even need to put counters on it with the thing.
Yep. It will just be a 3/4.
Yep.
And I think we should follow our Pia most likely with a Reckless Impulse with intent to find a land.
Okay.
And even if we don't find a land, I don't care that much if we miss out on these Swiss Spears or what have you.
Even though they come with... Pia's thing triggers only once per turn, right?
No.
Really?
It triggers as many times as you can trigger it.
Wow, okay.
You're about to see us go insanely nuts.
Okay.
Like, that's what I'm saying. The boat is going to get outpowered.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Pia gets a counter, Kumano gets a counter. Put this on Kumano, I assume.
Yep, to grow it outside the range of being boated.
And to let it attack into the troll.
Oh, sure.
Or block the troll.
I was going to say, I don't think we want to do.
Yeah, okay, Mountain, great. Let's play a Mountain and trigger Pia again.
What? What? That's so nuts!
Alright, let's play Midwest Spirit and trigger Pia again. What should we put a counter on?
I think we should make both these Thopters 2/2s.
Why?
I want to, like, start to... maybe that's not... We'll just never be able to actually block the boat other than blocking.
I think it's plausible. We can put one on a Thopter.
I'm just imagining... Because if we have... Okay, if we do nothing...
Well, also, I think we just might put a counter on a Thopter and then attack with that Thopter.
Wait. Does Showdown... Whenever you cast a spell this turn... Okay, never mind.
But it happens again next turn.
Yeah, but I was just wondering if we cast it... If we play with fire... If we block with a 2/2 Thopter and a 1/1 Thopter and then play with fire the boat...
Oh, that doesn't work, yeah.
That doesn't work, yeah.
Give yourself a 4/5 to attack through Troll. Oh, that's not crazy.
Oh, I think that makes a lot. Although they can crew the boat with the Troll and attack with their 5/5 layer.
But that's still fine. I think putting counter on Pia is pretty good.
Okay.
Basically, the point is, Pia does not have a combat-relevant body right now, so moving Pia from a non-combat-relevant body to a combat-relevant body is just a good improvement.
That's a good point.
It's like the most, I think, one counter can improve our board. And then at this point, maybe...
I would like to attack with Monastery Swift Spear now.
Oh. Because they block... Okay, and how about this too?
Yeah, I think I'm down to attack with that.
I'm not very afraid.
Yeah, okay.
Stop objectifying women. Jesus Christ.
If they block with Old Growth Troll, I'm thrilled to fire off Play with Fire to exile it.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great
Even though we miss out on this.
Even though we'll miss out on some stuff, it's fine. We have another showdown. We're not going to run out of stuff.
Yeah. I'm with you.
We could also maybe send... I don't think I want to send one.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Yeah, okay.
I still want to be very safe. Okay, they just took it as expected.
Great. Then I think we should just play the Mage.
Yeah.
And get another Thopter. Apparently.
Also, at some point, we can use our burn spell to mind fast one of their things, don't forget.
Sure.
Oh, and we can get a counter on, I guess, a Thopter at this point?
Well, no, then I think they're 100% to kill the Thopter if we put a counter on it.
Oh, so what about Swift Spear?
I think I like it on the tapped Swift Spear, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you. That makes sense. Okay. And yeah, next turn we're going to like win the game. Like literally kill our opponent if they don't kill us.
Yeah. Can you just make the Pia big for me for a second?
You want to read the full text?
I would like to read
Whenever
the
card. You play a land from exile or cast a spell from exile, create a 1/1 Thopter artifact creature token with flying.
And it's just a base 2-mana 4/5? I mean, that's insane.
And it's just base 2-mana 2/4/5, yes. Well, okay, the thing the deck does is very powerful, Hogak. What I would say the problem I've had so far in testing is that I am not sure how consistently the deck does the thing.
Yeah.
But I think that when it does the thing, it's very strong. So, yeah. Okay, so in this matchup, I definitely want to board in these 3 decks.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I want to board in these 3 deck stones for sure. I think probably just the 3 deck stones. Some cards I think might want to be boarded out. So I often cut this. I think it's the worst like threat in the deck. I think on the draw, some Bone Crushers could go, and then I think like I want to shave on Showdown.
Okay. But
I think Showdown's like critical to functioning the deck, and I don't want to cut many.
That makes a lot of sense.
So like my pros was like cutting like 1-ish of these, and then some mix of Bone Crushers and Kumanos. I think I prefer maybe just straight up 2 Kumano and leave all the Bone Crushers.
Interesting, okay.
But I'm not sure. It could also be a play draw thing.
Great question about today's candle sponsor. Today's candle sponsor is a nice Sailing in the Mediterranean candle given to us by friend of the stream, Dom Harvey.
To answer your question, Geoblaws, no. The XL doesn't really matter. You're not dealing enough damage to kill cards like Troll and Cav very often. It doesn't come up very frequently. Mostly, you're just killing those things with Chain of the Rocks and Deckstone. I understand that in theory, you can make your creature really big, and then having Kumano would let you attack through like the big guy. But my kind of experience is I just don't think that's that real a scenario, even though it could happen. So that's my answer to your question. I think mostly this is a card you play when you want to go fast, and in this matchup, it's more about disrupting them than going fast. So that's my logic. I might be wrong though. I'm still new to this deck. You know, I'm not necessarily claiming to be like the world's leading expert. Like for example, I could imagine cutting a few Soulscar Mage and leaving a few Kumanos. Oh, the other thing about Kumano that's important is if Soulscar Mage and Kumano are not friends. So if you control Soulscar Mage, your Kumano just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so that's important to keep in mind too.
Have I monetized the candle sponsor yet? Nope. I sure haven't. We are still unofficially sponsored by the discount candle section at Target, but if anyone knows anyone at Target, I'm interested in making that official.
Okay, I think virtually any hand with like a 1-drop Pia and 2 lanes is a keep.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is an exception. This is, I think among such hands, this is not a good one.
Sure.
But like, I think that just having Pia against green is like the most important factor.
Especially because we have no rocks.
Yeah.
You've received, we have received candles from people. We've been given candles. For example, this candle I did not buy, as I said. It was given to us by friend of the stream, Dom Harvey.
Alright, so...
Bone Crusher Giant does trigger Pia. Yeah, it's nice.
Yes, that's very important. Bone Crusher Giant's very good in this deck, I think. I like playing 4 of that. I'm less sure of the other stuff. I'm not sure what 1-drop we should play here. Do you have thoughts? Because
I never know the answer to this when I see mono red players do it. I always wonder it.
Well, wait. I think my intent might be to Bone Crusher on 2.
Okay.
And if that's my intent, I should play Swiss Spear, right?
I think so, yeah.
Because there's not a lot of reason to like rush to get this into play right now.
Great answer, Jeff.
This is a 1-2 punch with Showdown. Having play early doesn't seem important to me.
I agree.
So I think it's Swiss Spear. Also, this is important to note here. There's nothing we can do about it, but we don't currently have a mountain.
Yes.
One of the reasons I add a land is this happened to me a few times. And I was like, okay, I'm going to literally add a basic mountain.
Yeah. I
added a basic mountain and a Spikefield Hazard.
You're saying we have no rocks.
Yes, there's nothing to chain them to. Oh, that's what you were saying.
When I said we have no rocks, yes, I was implying that we cannot chain.
I just took it in stride, but I had no idea what you meant.
Oh, man.
You don't think Pia cares about the Boston Consulting Group? Of course Pia cares about the Boston Consulting Group. Don't be ridiculous. I will explain no farther.
I think it's clear from context.
That is a little interesting. Because that, like, we could just let them have their mana and play Pia. But that's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, you should know, Jeff, it's from the set March of the Machines Aftermath, so it's pretty understandable to not know that it exists.
What do you think we should do? This one I think is pretty interesting.
Okay, so even if we Bone Crusher Giant, assuming they have an untapped lane, they'll still have 5 mana. So Bone Crusher Giant turns them off of Storm.
But they also might not have an untapped land.
Yeah, and they might not have Storm. They'll have 4 cards, we're assuming they have untapped land Storm.
Well, I more think, though, it might take them off, like, Cav if they don't have an untapped land, for example.
Oh, that's true.
Like, that's, I think, part of the relevance of stomping.
Okay, yeah.
But it's not that relevant. Like, I think there's a chance it's right to just slam Pia here and figure it out.
I think I like Slam Pia and figure it out.
Yeah, I think I do, too. Like, I think this just really changed it.
Yeah.
Because then next turn we can play this, hopefully play a land off it,
Yeah.
get a Thopter, play a spell off it, get another Thopter,
Yeah.
and, like, massacre their team.
Yeah.
Like, I think we should play Pia.
I like it.
I mean, it certainly does... Well, Luke, I do agree with that statement, but I'm worried that that statement is so broad as to just...
I think, wait, do you want to attack them?
I think we might end up killing this with a mono Thoppers.
Okay. You're right. Attack the cure.
I mostly think... So my experience with this matchup so far is I mostly think you don't beat green. I think the way you beat
You're
is
not
more
an
like...
aggro deck against green.
Not exactly, at least. You're more like trying to disrupt them a bunch and then do your thing.
Okay.
Well, we are being punished for our decisions, but it's fine. They're going to hit Land Elf.
Yeah. Ready the Charmeleons!
Ready the Charmeleons. Ah, yes.
Ah, classic Land Wolf Willow.
They also can't enchant the land here.
They can't enchant the land.
They're going to play at the same time,
okay.
so... Yeah. Oh, I'm very glad we attacked Kiora, by the way.
Yeah, same.
Alright, let's Ren's Resolve.
Wait, do we want to just stomp and kill the Kiora?
Oh. And this land drop? I don't know.
Leave them with 1 card in hand.
But I don't know, does Kiora even matter all that much?
I just don't want them to flashback, because if we do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they have 7 mana. They're very far from flashbacking Storm. If we have a rough Ren's Resolve, which is like pretty, like...
So let's see. If we Ren's Resolve and we don't hit any land, you're saying, then we attack Kiora for 4, they chump block for Kiora, presumably.
Yes.
And then they have...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess 9 isn't 10.
No, you're right. We should stomp and kill Kiora.
I want to stomp and kill Kiora. I mean, I get that,
no,
like...
if we hit a land, it's insane. But
if we hit a land, it's insane.
But our deck has 20 lands in it, and 22 now. There's 22 lands in it, and if we do this, it's just very good regardless.
If we do this, we're just in a great spot, and...
Oh, we don't stand Charmander here. Only Charmeleon.
And I mean, I don't know, maybe this was too conservative, and, like, they're gonna, I don't know, play another Storm from hand and stuff, but, like...
Well, I think it's pretty reasonable. I mean, if they... Again, if their 1 card is a Storm, we're not in a great spot regardless of what we do, I think.
Unless it's another Charmeleon-like Storm.
Yeah, well, or if their Storm is, like, mid, like, they hit, like, Old Growth Troll, and we just Ren's Resolve into, like, a Chain the Rocks on a mountain or something.
Sure, yeah.
It's actually... I think we can beat mid-storms here. Okay, that's an insane storm. I don't think we can beat that.
Nissa Vital Force, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why our opponent's playing Nissa Vital Force, because it's heinously unplayable. But, you know, apparently they are, so... On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being a card I would play in the optimal Green 75, and 1 being a card I would never consider, Nissa Vital Force clocks in at about a 2.
Okay, well, our opponent has just wished for a Damping Sphere.
Yeah, I really wouldn't mind them playing that. I mean, I get that it will own our Ren's Resolve or whatever, but it's fine. Because it will mean things are tapped to block. Yeah, okay, they're not going to play it. Okay, let's Ren's Resolve.
Yeah.
It's time. Alright, let's play Mountain with the Thopter.
Yep.
But then, hold on, then I think it's interesting. So then we can Kumano.
Because that deals 1 damage to each Planeswalker.
Yes. But then I guess we still can't kill the Karn. But then we can put the Karn to 1 so it can't
wish again. Put the Karn to 1 so it can't wish again.
And I think that, Like, are we gonna rush to play the... I guess maybe we should just play Soul Scar Mage now and then come on our next turn. Maybe that's better. Because the Prowess doesn't seem that relevant in the... Maybe the Thopter's more relevant than the Prowess in some sense.
Oh, and the Thopters have haste.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to play the Soul Scar Mage.
Yeah, okay, me too.
Okay.
I wanted to think it through, but I agree this is right.
And we're just going to attack Karn with 2 things and ignore... Oh, we can send our ground things at Nissa.
Right, so this attacks Karn. This attacks Karn, right?
Yeah.
And this attacks Nissa and this attacks Nissa.
I think I like that.
That seems pretty reasonable.
We're not, like, dead, right? Okay, yeah.
No,
definitely.
although maybe one of them should attack Karn to finish it off.
I was wondering about that.
I think it actually should. I think I think this should. I think Pia should attack Karn.
Okay, I like that.
Karn, Nissa, or yeah. So 3 Karn and 1 Nissa.
Yeah,
right?
and they can save their Karn by chump blocking, but we're pretty happy with that.
Right. But basically what I realized is I actually kind of don't want Karn animating the damping sphere. Yeah.
Okay, they just no blocked. Okay, that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I think that's what I would have anticipated.
So they can storm here by untapping the Wolf Willow land.
Yeah, that's true. Pia must be insane in standard. I don't know if the tools are there to support Pia.
Yeah.
DZ, I know that Nissa can grab Karn, but if you gave us the choice of our opponent grabbing Karn or flashbacking Storm, I believe I'd prefer them to grab Karn.
Yeah.
Which means I don't care that I'm putting in the graveyard because I don't believe I'm improving their turn.
Like, half of this list is standard legal. Yeah, but...
Which half?
Half of most Pioneer lists are standard legal. Power creep is really messed up right now. Like, look at Rakdos Mid. I guess that's probably not true. Half of most Pioneer lists are standard legal.
Not since the bans.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if P is good or not in standard because I have no reason to think about or care about standard ever, and therefore I will not do so. But you might be right. Do you think this will be the Storm that's finally good?
Wait, their last Storm was great!
Yeah, okay.
It hit 9 mana worth of Planeswalkers.
Okay, this one's also somewhat good. This is pretty beatable, though.
Yeah, I agree. It's good, but beatable, I agree.
Well, the problem is the Damping Sphere is actually going to kind of own us, even though it also kind of owns them.
Sure, okay.
The Damping Sphere is a real double-edged sword here. Okay, well, I think we should cast Rend Resolve.
I agree.
Would you say we should resolve to cast Rend Resolve?
Yes.
Okay.
And we really want Chain to the Rocks.
If you Chain to the Rocks, then I think we're just straight up winning.
I agree.
But I think we could be okay hitting other things. Alright, so we can play the Mountain from Exile and make a Thopter.
Yep.
We can't play anything else from Exile this turn.
Yep.
But that's okay. We can play a 2-mana Kumano.
Sure.
Which is nice because it triggers Prowess and pings the Planeswalker. We might be able to just kill Nissa this turn.
Yeah. Because
I don't care about any of our creatures except Pia. And notably, they turned off their own Nykthos. Which might be disturbingly relevant. So, okay, all of these cards attack Nissa. Yeah, we can just kill Nissa, right?
Yep.
And actually, wait, I can actually send 2 Thopters at them. Because if they block one of these, it takes 4.
Yeah.
So I guess I can attack them with the 2 Thopters. So Nissa, them. Cool.
Sure. Okay, and they'll eat a thing, but that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I assume they'll eat a Soul Scar Mage, but I don't think it's a big problem.
Yeah.
What I think is a bigger problem is I do think they have another Storm to flashback.
Yes. And they just, even without Nykthos, can do it, right?
I think so,
5, 6,
yes.
7, 8, 9, yeah.
Also, just a classic Nicol Bolas Dragon card in their graveyard. Don't try this at home, kids. Do you think they have 3 or 4 Oath
They have to have 4 with Nicol Bolas Dragon God.
You're aware that this is not a hypothetical.
I know.
Alright.
6, 7, 8, 9. Also, now they can't flashback Storm.
Yeah, playing this
because now it costs 11 because of their Damping Sphere.
I mean, they can find a land and cast it, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't say this particular game is the most representative that I've ever played.
Okay. 2 Oath Gamer. Like, I guess they're just gonna cast this Poly K.
Well, they can also flip it.
Oh, that's pretty scary.
Yeah, I'm a little scared. I mean, our deck will still go over the top of this, but we need a little time.
I think they have just activated Nykthos, forgetting how their own Damping Sphere works.
Yeah.
I think they did this all thinking that they could then activate Damping Sphere.
Okay, well, to be fair, that was all right in the world where Damping Sphere is not on the table.
That's true. And it is undoable because, you know, you can undo mana costs.
Yes. Now they're going to flip the black gate. Okay. Paper only plays to use your Nykthos here. I mean, to be fair, you can actually use your Nykthos in paper even with Damping Sphere in play.
They even did.
And then your opponent will be like, that resolves.
Yeah, and and you can even still undo it, just like our opponent did.
Yeah, so I think we should Impulse here, although it's actually kind of close if we should Impulse or just slam Slowdown.
Slam Showdown.
And forget our own Impulse. But Impulse does come with a Thopter. And it just, like, digs 2 cards for the Chain of the Rocks immediately.
Oh, right, because if we Showdown, we can't do it because of the... I want to Impulse.
I think I want to Impulse, yeah. Remember this game when people say we type game? Well, yeah. Savage but fair, Protocol. Savage but fair. Alright. Well. So I can play next... Yeah, both these are next turn. Okay, so let's Sacred Foundry. Oh, wait. And I can't Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can, in fact, not do anything. Well, I can pick up Gigant, I guess. Should I Mountain pick up Gigant, though?
I think so.
Okay. This is a Bone Crusher Giant, not a Stomp.
It's on an adventure, as you can see.
And we don't have attacks right now. So now what's going to happen is our opponent's going to gain oodles of life, but they're not actually making meaningful progress into Pia, and the game's going to get really weird.
Yeah.
One of the games...
They have another Storm, right? They're going to push that back?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the games Azax played against this deck actually looked like this, where the game kind of reached weird parity, and I think it's actually part of the range.
And hey, Tim, welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow. Yeah, Bone Crusher Giant is on an adventure.
Yeah, but Bone Crusher Giant may never come off an adventure, in fact. That's
I
how
feel
much...
like oftentimes Bone Crusher Giant just steps on someone and pieces the fuck out. You know? That's like very within his range.
He's just like, step on him.
How is the... my baseball dynasty team is not doing very well. I mean, we're in 3rd place. We had a phenomenal start to the season, and we've been slowly falling, and we're down to 3rd, and things are... yeah, it's not looking good. We used to have the best team in the league, and that's definitely not true anymore. Okay, they found Layer Oath.
That's pretty bad.
As in, bad for them.
Protopulse, if that's a Trogdor reference, my respect. But anyway. Why is there a Damping Sphere in play? Well, to be fair, Second Path, it is getting us pretty good. Now, I'm not necessarily saying it's getting us more than it's getting them, but it is getting us weird. I think we just chump.
Wait, it's Trample. Oh, it doesn't have Trample?
It has Reach and Lifelink.
Reach and Lifelink. Okay.
You can assume I know the text of cards that are in stock green.
If they're trying the same system to play on Magic. Wait. What? Just playing the best decks in Magic, playing the best players in fantasy baseball.
All right, I think it's time to call the Scalds.
Yeah. What do you want to call them?
I think I want to shock on my Foundry too.
Yeah, but I want to Scald first.
Why? Because then I'm guaranteed taking 1, and if I hit a 1...
Oh, okay, good point.
Like, I'm almost going to shock anyway.
Okay, good point.
And it's better to play this one, because this one wears off sooner in terms of when we can cast it.
Yeah. Wait, can you not use the...
That Battlefield Forge, yeah, that is a punt.
Okay.
Because if we hit Chain of the Rocks, we definitely want to cast it.
Yeah.
And we do factually play 4 of that card, despite what evidence of this game might indicate.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we hit Dexstone, which is very good next turn.
Agreed.
But the only thing we can do this turn is Spikefield Hazard.
I think we should Spikefield Hazard.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy to Spikefield Hazard. Do you want to hit... Which elf would you like to hit?
I mean, Llanowar is way better, so...
Okay.
Even though the Mystic is promo, we still are supposed to hit Llanowar, I think.
Okay, gotcha. I just wanted your take on that.
Yeah.
Okay. And we could, like, sack some stuff to attack. I don't really know that we need to do that.
I don't think we need to do that, unless they're, like, dead.
They're definitely
not dead, so I don't want to do that.
I think we just hang out, yeah.
Oh, we could have stomped on their turn.
That's
like in
true.
their upkeep.
Wait, you might actually think that might be even better. Yeah, I somehow did not consider that. But then, oh no, it's fine. Yeah, that would have been better.
Well, yeah, it is true that I do think it's possible that if they attack with Polycave, we're supposed to...
6x block?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, we are going to Deckstone next turn. We can just Deckstone the Cav, I guess.
Deckstone the Cav.
Yeah, I think I'm into 6x block.
Yeah. I mean, this punishes if they have another Polycave, but...
Yeah, good beats. Also, okay. Wait, I think I might prefer this dying to a Thopter dying.
I agree.
Okay, so 3, 4, 5, and 6.
More. Yeah.
That looks like 6 to me.
Yep. It is a 6/6, right?
Yep. The amount of zones, playing second paper I think is a little obnoxious for sure.
I do want to do a hot little commit. If we 5-0 this league, I will play it, this deck, in an RCQ this weekend.
If we 5-0 this league, should I play it also in the RCQ?
You can do whatever you want. I'm just locking it in that if we 5-0 this, I will play it in an RCQ this weekend.
Okay. I really like decks like this generally in Magic, so I'm worried that I'm not being ruthless, but I sort of wish the deck were good.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it is good.
Okay, well, we could Deckstone the 2 elves.
I don't think we should do that. I think we should Deckstone Cav.
Yeah, agreed.
And then maybe maybe not Ren's Resolve. I'm not sure what we should do for that.
Okay, yeah.
I guess I think we should probably Stomp.
Stomp an elf.
And not Ren... Wait, hold on. We should think about this.
Yeah.
If we're Ren's Resolving, we should do it first.
That's true.
Wait, I think maybe we should Ren's Resolve.
I like Ren's Resolve.
Okay, would you say that resolves?
Yep.
Okay. And
can Deckstone both elves?
Can on the Thopter?
That makes sense to me, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Azax is right. The elves do have different arts, so they're actually immune to Deckstone.
Also, I don't want to give them 2 clues.
Yeah, that is true. 2 is a lot of clues. Alright, let's play this Battlefield Forge.
Agreed.
And now we have a Bone Crusher Giant load. So now we can, let's see, we can do one thing.
Wait, I want to... And hey, Phallus ZNT, welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow.
Maybe their cap doesn't matter.
Well, I was going to say, what if we Bone Crusher an elf and in their upkeep Bone Crusher the other elf?
Yeah, that seems good. Let's do that.
Okay, this one can be played until the end of this turn.
And this one can be played until the end of
next
turn.
turn.
It's this one we should stomp.
Okay, yep. I'm not stomping the Summoning Sick one.
Oh, you're right. That was not. Sorry. And I guess the same Thopter?
Yeah, do we want to consider growing things out of the range of Skyboat? I guess they wouldn't even wish for Skyboat.
We have another PNR here.
Yeah, okay. Well, I meant the etchings. But...
Oh.
I'm off it.
Grow
the Thop. Yeah. Though maybe we should be going wide on the Thops.
I think going tall kind of makes sense because if it gets the 6/6, it can just attack into Cav.
That's a good point.
But yeah, it's a little hard to say. And then now we're gonna keep Stomp Trip. We should have done last turn.
Yeah, we learned.
Let no one say that we never learn from our mistakes on this stream. See, it turns out actually playing Magic well is mostly a process of learning from mistakes. All right. What do you mean that's wrong, Azax? Yeah, Sarah, I don't know if this deck is good or not yet. It's pretty interesting, though. Like, what's happening here is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of it is kind of resilient, right? Like, if you're playing against a heavy removal deck, your Pias just die, but then Showdown is just really good.
Right.
Even sans Pia.
Right.
And also, if you Showdown into Pia, you almost always guarantee the second Thopter, because you can play a land, guarantee one, and if you have an instant in exile, even if they kill Pia, you can respond with the instant.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty nutty.
And if obviously they don't respond, you just pass and still the instant up. So basically, like, Pia plus...
Pia Showdown is a good combo of being good against removal heavy decks and non-removal heavy decks.
Exactly. Its range is pretty balanced.
Yeah. Like Azax.
Like Azax, famously who has an incredibly balanced range.
We just keep drawing lands, but it's fine.
Okay, so let's turn it again.
I love showing down again.
I guess we want to cast 2 white spells.
I can't imagine what those 2 white spells would be.
2 deck stones.
Why would we want to cast 2 deck?
I mean, two oh wait, I see. You're right.
I want to, yeah.
Okay.
God, we're about to get so punished. I don't know what's going to punish us here, but...
We can just Okay, so what do I put a counter on now? I guess not.
If we're going big, we're going big.
Yeah, let's make a big Thopter. This Thopter is swole, and it might be attacking this turn. Chain to the rocks. Let's chain them to rocks.
Yeah.
There are no lands, sadly, which is a beat.
That's fine.
Wait, I could... Hold on. I actually... Oh, no, but then I can't chain.
There's a Damping Sphere in play.
Yeah, okay.
You have to pay 1 more mana because of the Damping Sphere in play.
Yeah, okay, classic. Look, I'm working on it. I'm working my way through it. Yeah, I mean, I think, to be fair, I think our opponent definitely bungled that game, but we won game 1 pretty convincingly.
Yeah.
And I do think the chance deck might be good against green. But anyway, yeah, if we 5-0 this league, maybe I'll play this deck too. I don't know. I predict obtaining 2 copies of this deck is very easy because I think we own almost an entire copy.
Well, I assume the hard card to find is the Pia one.
Yes.
But it might not even be that hard to find because I feel like it's just a rare in the set, right? It's not mythic.
Correct.
Yeah.
So if we decide to play it, I think it's plausible.
Okay. And like BCG isn't hard to find, right?
Bone Crusher?
Yeah.
Well,
we own a handful, yeah. Okay.
So I think we would need to find one playset if we both wanted to play it, but I don't think it's a big problem.
Sure, I bet that's easy.
And I mean, I know that I personally own playsets of all the prowess creatures and basically all the other cards.
Also, weirdly, I own a bunch of Boros Pathways. I just opened multiple of the cool promo version, and I have 3 of the cool. I remember this happening early in BFZ. I was playing a bunch of it with friends, and I was just like, why do I have all these Boros Pathways? What tournament are we playing?
There's a literal local RCQ this weekend that Greg and I are both toying with going to.
Yeah, I've been on a vacation from RCQs. I haven't played one in 2 months. And honestly, it's been great. I've loved my vacation from RCQs, but I think I want to play one on Saturday. There's one at a really, really good store. And I don't know, it sounds fun to me. And for a while, going to RCQs hasn't sounded that fun. It's also a long weekend. It's the 4th of July weekend. There's a bunch of time to have fun doing non-Magic things outside of Saturday. So yeah, I do think the Damping Sphere ended up helping us more than it hurt us.
I think so. They're last seen playing a build of Pia.
Wow. Okay.
So
the mirror.
Might be the Pia mirror. Yeah. It looks like a worse build to me on a quick perusal, but
Pia and BCG are each 50 cents. I think
how much Pia costs is not relevant.
Keep.
Cards from Aftermath are just hard to find, kind of fundamentally, and it doesn't really matter their actual price. But yeah. Anyway, so this hand's definitely a sneak.
Yeah.
What the tuck I think is pretty complicated. The way I feel is okay. So first of all, we're in the play of the draw. We're on the play. So
the issue is the tournament's very soon, and we don't want to order online because it might not arrive on time. We have to order from a local store that has them in stock.
Okay, I'm confident about this tuck.
I love that tuck.
I think I want both impulses.
Okay, I think it's pretty reasonable.
So I think between the Soul Scamming and the Play of Fire, it's close. My suspicion is that our opponent's build specifically, the build that was just linked there, which I don't know the fact they're playing, but if that's what they're playing.
Yeah.
That build, Cliff, you're banned from playing if we both do. So
that's not true. Cliff can play whatever he wants.
He's banned. Sorry, it's unlucky for Cliff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the best store to find things from is very sold out of Pias.
Yeah. I think we should tuck the Soul Scar Mage, but it's close.
Okay. I think I like that. A box of Aftermath will likely have 3+ Pias. How's my fantasy golf league doing? I've
and I'm gonna shop, by the way.
Yeah, great. I've lost a lot. I've had a rough last few weeks because of frickin' GR Fowler. It's really been a disaster.
Well, that's savage, but
yeah.
It beats. I'm not gonna play Fire Their Face. I'm gonna tap.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, which one would you rather play? This is important.
Reckless Impulse. Is there a reason I'm memeing? Are they? They're not.
They're the same card.
Literally the same card. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I just think it really depends on if you're feeling reckless or if you're more feeling resolved.
I'm feeling reckless.
All right. Well, we hit 2 lands.
Disaster.
We should have cast Rend Resolve.
Yeah, it would have been way better.
Yeah. What's going on with the RCQs is I really think Stock Green's the best deck in Pioneer, and I also think for some reason the Minneapolis area is hideously hostile. So I'm not sure how I'm going to react to that set of information. But yeah, like I think at the last RCQ that I played, the most popular deck was Mono White by an overwhelming margin. There were like 4 or 5 Spirits players in a 30-person tournament, and I kind of just like, I don't know. I at that point I'm like not sure what I'm doing playing Stock Green. But yeah. Anyway.
No. GR Fowler ruined my brand because everyone else in our league played him because they knew he was playing the best golf he's played in 10 years. But I didn't know that. And it was a disaster.
Okay, so I think we should cast Rend Resolve. And I think we should play Mountain from Exile and then cast it.
Why?
Well, it's
can't
correct to play the older Mountain.
Oh, yeah. Right. Because if we draw, like, Chain to the Rocks, we might want to, yeah.
Yeah, well, and also that mountain, even if you get more lands, it's better to have played one of these mountains.
Yeah.
So I think it's just right. Oh, Showdown in a land. Actually, that might get us out of this.
Yeah.
I mean, we might die, but if we don't die, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, next turn we can just go Forge Showdown and then just, like, basically let the Skulls take the wheel.
Yeah.
And by the way, what's happening here is also partially why I lance the deck. I just feel like I don't flood much.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, your deck draws so many cards. Like, to be honest, so this list that I'm playing relative to the original list is +1 Mountain, +1 Spikefield Hazard. I honestly could imagine adding another land, but that might be tutor range. You need to make sure you hit gas off your impulse and stuff. This is fine to resolve.
Yeah, I think so. No reason to just play with fire now.
No.
Oh, they also hit 2 mountains.
Well, that might be good for them, though. We don't know their hand, to be fair.
It's definitely better for them than it was for us.
That's nice, but let's showdown.
Yep, agreed.
I mean, we could take some hideous amount of damage next turn. Obviously, there's sequences that do that, but if we don't play showdown, we're just losing. So I think it's pretty crazy not to play it. Any Pias? Ooh, that's some Pias!
Those are some Pias, baby!
Alright, next turn is going to be messed up.
I mean, I predict they're going to also play a showdown.
Okay, then the game is afoot.
They did not find Pia, but they found Reckless Impulse.
Sure, but there's a big difference between Pia and not Pia.
Yeah.
Alright, let's just get show on the road. Let's play Pia.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to play this even though it costs a life point.
Yep, I agree. And it also costs them a life point, so.
True. And then let's play 2 Swiss Spears.
Yep. Thopter.
I think so, right?
There's nothing that does 3, right?
No, well, not in our deck. Yeah. Alright, and this?
Yep. I kind of want to go wide on the Thopters, but maybe that's foolish.
Well, there's a lot of things that do exactly 2.
So maybe growing Thopters to 3.
Or maybe putting 1 count on the Swift Spear is good.
Oh, so wait, do we want to, like, they didn't have a Swift Spear in Exile, right? They have a, okay.
Yes.
Because if they have a Swift Spear in Exile, we should maybe think about...
No, I think we should be aggressive.
I want to be aggressive also.
So I want to put this counter on Swift Spear, is my opinion.
Deal.
And then we chain going to 7, kill their guy.
Yep.
And I think just put another counter on Swift Spear.
Sure. On the new Swift Spear.
Yeah, like to make them both out of range of stomps and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because now imagine our opponent has a staring at stomp or play card in hand. They're going to kill a 2/2 Thopter. Like, that's fine. Alpha?
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to have a good turn, but the life totals are equalized and our board is much stronger. I mean, we're in a decent spot for sure.
I mean, if they have Pia in hand, we're in trouble.
I think that if they have Pia in hand, we're in trouble, yeah. But, I mean... To be fair, if they have Pia in hand, I think that the board will reach parity. It's more just that our life will be really, really
and
low.
our hand is
bad, yeah.
Is
Okay, well that wasn't too bad. It hit a land in a showdown.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is not that important, but something you should really know is... Wow. Okay.
All right. They should not have done that. We had 3 lands in our hand, but...
Well, I think they maybe should have done that.
Okay, fair.
All right, so what I think is... So first of all, here's the first thing I realized with this matchup. I think this card is good.
To destroy Showdown?
To destroy Chain to the Rocks on Pia.
Oh.
So Chain to the Rocks is the main way to answer Pia.
Yeah,
Controlling
okay.
Pia is very important, and getting back your Pia for 1 mana and going nuts is great.
Okay, yeah.
In a pinch, you can also destroy Showdown, which is pretty reasonable.
Sure, just
but that's not the point of the card.
Yeah, okay.
So I think this card is good.
Okay.
I am not sure, and then I'm not sure whether more Pia answers is good or not. I see we have like 5 possibilities. This can also like clean a bunch of Thopters.
Yeah, so Deckstone seems good actually.
I think,
or not, maybe not all 3, but like.
Yeah, well, I think some combination of these 5 cards are good. It's mostly a matter of like, so what's bad? And so I guess.
Wait, I think Bone Crusher Giant is bad.
Oh, you don't like killing these and then having a thing left over?
Not real. Like 2 mana to kill their 1-drop, and then like maybe we don't want to cut all of them, but.
Well, the card I was going to stress kind of is
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Well, I mean, I think it's probably... It could easily be some mix of these things.
Yeah.
Like Bone Crusher Giant is definitely bad in multiples. Like, how do you feel about, like... It's going to sound a little weird. What if we cut, like, 2 Bone Crusher... Oh, no, that's... Maybe the counter split is crazy. Maybe just, like, this is best. I don't know. I think this card is badish. Because we're... Basically, when you play this card, you're saying, let's go fast.
Right.
This matchup is not about going fast at all. I think it's mostly about grinding.
Yeah, I do think, especially on the draw, Bone Crusher Giant is better than Play with Fire. Because, like, you can just Play with Fire their thing on turn 1.
You mean Play with Fire is better?
I think Play with Fire is better.
Yeah, okay. And
I said it the wrong way.
And this card's pretty bad, but I'm not sure you want to board it anyway.
Because it's a land. Yeah.
I just think, as a 22nd land, it's probably just good.
Yeah.
I think Play with Fire is better than Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, Matt, I agree with Greg.
Yeah.
This is a matchup where I regret having only 2 of these, honestly. But I think it's overall reasonable. This card's pretty bad in Pioneer.
We could not play all 3 deck with stones.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like this, just have the 4th one. I think I prefer the deck stone.
Okay, I believe in the deck
I just think killing P is really important.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I think... Oh, isn't Abrade better than stone? I don't think it's better. I mean, I get that you can kill it instant speed, but the thing where you kill all their Thopters is a thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a pretty relevant thing. Maybe Abrade is better than BCG, but I think it's not better than Deckstone. Like, I don't know how often the Thopter thing is going to happen, but I think it's going to happen sometimes. Oh, God. I think we should mulligan, honestly.
Also, to be clear, we did mull to 5 in that game, right?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, I want to mulligan.
Well, again, I think the most important thing you're looking for in openers is weirdly the exile thing's effects.
Yeah, okay.
To some extent. Which you might not think if you've never seen the deck play before, but I think it's true.
Like the exile, like things from your own deck. Like Showdown runs. Yeah.
Okay, I think I want to keep this. I have no idea what to type.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's either Chained or Bone Crusher pretty easily.
Well, notably, we can't Chained on 1.
Okay, then I think it's Chained.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
And maybe my wear tear theory is wrong, but I did play a game where it was very good for me.
Yeah.
Because I played a league with this deck earlier, and I did face the mirror once randomly, and it did come up.
If you wear tear from exile and have Pia in play, how many spells did you cast from exile? Serious question.
Oh, still 1.
Still 1, because it's fused?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, again, I think Abrade is totally reasonable, but I don't know if it's right.
Oh, you can only fuse from hand.
Oh, wait. That's what Isaac said is true. Although you should know that if you could, you would still get only 1.
Okay.
I assure you that what I said was accurate in an alternate version of the universe where that play is legal.
Yeah, I guess it's been fused into 1 spell. That kind of makes sense.
Yes. Wow. Love to see that. It probably means they have Pia, but, that's just fine. Vantage?
Yep. And I assume if they Pia, we're just going to snap to chain it to some rocks.
Oh, it's going to be chained to some rocks so quick it's never going to know what hit it.
Yeah. Okay, well, they can't cast that Showdown ever, so...
Okay, I think I want to Ren's Resolve and set up Pia.
That makes sense.
Because
if we hit land 1-drop, it's nuts.
I mean, even if we hit land, like, expensive card, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I sort of just think if you're playing this Pia deck, by the way, you just need to... Sometimes you just, like, gotta do this.
Yep.
Like, sometimes you have the luxury of not taking risky resolves, but, you know. Okay, so that isn't great. On the other hand, if our opponent does take a pretty straightforward turn like Swiss Spear and tap out, like, we can always Soulscar Mage and kill it. And one of the nice things about that, by the way, is they do get -1 counters, so it's harder to save.
Yeah.
Now, one of the challenges is one way they could save it is by killing our Soulscar Mage. So how far does that really take us? I don't know, but it's relevant. Okay, well, I'm pretty down to just pay Pia Thing, I think.
And the thing, I think, should be Soulscar Mage.
I think so, too.
Okay, cool.
What's happening? Okay. I know this is getting, like, max value of our thing or whatever, but I just think that, look, they're probably going to kill our Pia. If it gets some value on the way out, mission accomplished. And right now, with the way our hand is, it doesn't seem like we're going to do better. Yeah. SystemMagic, I don't know if this deck is good or not, but I would also really like it to be good.
Rending Volley. Okay.
Well, we considered boiling them. If we didn't have these deck stones, we would have, I think.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And the deck stones aren't stock.
The deck stones aren't stock. So.
But I think they're good.
I think they seem good.
I think 3 might be too many.
Okay.
But I'm pretty confident that 2 deck stone is good.
Okay. They just buy Jagnatha?
They sure did.
Okay. That is not a show of strength from our opponent.
It's a show of extreme weakness. Alright. Well, I don't really know what's going on with our opponent's hand. I guess let's just stomp this.
I think so.
And then we'll hang out.
Uh-huh.
I mean, at some point we'll draw 4th land for the showdown. In the meantime, we can kill everything they do.
Is there any state that you'd like to hang out in? Perhaps a city in the fine state of Ohio?
I'm not very interested in hanging out in any cities in the fine state of Ohio specifically. Oh. Let's red resolve.
Yeah.
Okay, so we could Naked Pia here.
I think because of the fact that they changed the Rockstar thing, I think I want to just do it all next turn, right?
You mean not play the land? Or...
Oh, because what if we just chain to the rocks and then next turn Pia land from exile?
Yeah, it'll probably be fine.
I think it'll be fine. Like,
okay,
we get punished if we draw land, which is unlikely already.
Yeah, yeah. And if we do, we'll just be slightly punished.
Yeah, and we'll just get it.
Like, we have a land in our hand instead of in play in exchange for a Thopter. Isn't even a bad exchange.
Yeah.
One time I demolished you in a Team GP in the fine city of Cleveland. Wait, which Team GP? I need to know. I need to know so I can reminisce. Relive my glory days.
I was just talking about that GP with Sam because we were talking about Pride Weekend, because it was Pride Weekend in Minneapolis, and how we hadn't been in Minneapolis for Pride Weekend for like many years. And one of them was because we were at GP Cleveland. It was the same weekend. There was a limited GP in Cleveland the same weekend as Pride Weekend. And it was actually Pride Weekend in Cleveland too, and we like lost, but not soon enough to go to any Pride events.
Okay, I think I'm going to tap for 2.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so the Amonkhet limited one, you're talking about the one where my deck had Angel Sanction was really good? Because that one I remember. That's the one.
Played a coverage match at that GP Cleveland. Nice.
Yeah, I think my team...
Wait, do you want to stomp?
Oh, I think there's a stomp upkeep.
Oh, right. Sorry. I for some reason thought we had a Soulscar Mage, but we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I still want to do it.
Okay. And if they like shock a thing and save their thing,
whatever.
Good beats.
I just don't care that much is the way I feel.
And it also might be like 3 o'clock in a minute.
Yeah,
we're off it.
It's their dead o'clock.
Okay. What are the odds to be Pride Weekend in the same? Well, okay, you did say that, but actually not very good. Most cities, Pride Month is a whole month, and most cities choose one of those weekends at random to have Pride Weekend, and also, it's not always in the same month. For example, I looked up when Pride Weekend was in Austin, Texas, and it's in like fucking August.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense. So yeah,
Madison Pride also in August.
So the answer is just not good. In
Pride in Portland, Maine is just a party for a month straight. I mean, that's fine.
So basically,
what the fuck, Pride Weekend can't be in August? It actually can.
It is pretty heinous, to be honest. But
also, every weekend is Pride Weekend, so you know.
Wait, I had some common in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cleveland, okay, so just so people know, it's very important
Bone
to
Crusher
this.
does trigger adventure, Pia, yeah.
So GB Cleveland, I was teaming with Max McVitie and Tyler Hill, who my perennial Magic team for many years.
Yeah.
And in this one, T Hill opened the card, or not, well, actually Max opens all our packs because he's the luckiest.
Yeah, that makes
sense.
sense.
But so Max opened the card Attrition in the Masterpiece slot, which is an enchantment that lets you sack creatures to Doomblade creatures as much as you want. And we just built Teal a deck with like many copies of Sacred Cat and Attrition. And Teal's deck was fucking great, and it used no good cards. It was a masterpiece. And I remember from the GP, what I remember the most is we opened Bantu, the Black God. Bantu is very bad. This isn't God Eternal Bantu. This is actual Bantu.
Yeah.
You have to sack a creature before it can attack or block. And I remember putting in Teal's sideboard because it's a terrible card in Logic that like, oh yeah, Teal might need this in some weird situation. I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
And then I remember later thinking, wait, that was a huge mistake. What if Teal boards it in? That would be a disaster. Because it's just a heinous card. The problem is Teal's a mad genius, so it's just in his range to incorrectly board it in.
Right. He'd be like, oh, I'm this Attrition Sacred Cat deck. Maybe I want Bantu.
Right. And then later, I saw Teal with Bantu on the table, and I was like, God, I'm such an idiot. I should have hid this and put it in my sideboard.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my story from the Omen Cat
Also,
GP.
I think maybe the reason Matt, Sam, and I don't have great success at Team Limited GPs is because I think it's pretty... I think I'm clearly the luckiest. And we split opening the packs.
Yeah, that's a huge mistake.
I feel like they should just give me all... Like, maybe Sam can open one. Matt can open no packs. Matt's skill in Magic comes from his play skill, not his luck. His luck is very bad.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's just so good that it's not a problem.
Wait, you should know that once we had a thing where another team proposed that we collectively roll 3 dice and sum them for the entire team to be on the play or the draw.
Yeah.
In a team match. And we were like, we tanked, and we're like, we accept only if Max rolls all 3 of our dice. And they were okay with that deal. And then we're like, all right, and Max crushed them, and we were all on the play.
I love suggesting things like this, but I'm always nervous that I'm going to be accused of cheating because it's all not all bullshit.
We asked the judge; they said it was fine.
Oh, okay.
In this example, yeah, I think that Torrent Script might make sense of a rip. I haven't thought about it that hard. Certainly, if you did have Torrent Script, you wouldn't want to board it in against something like Rakdos Sack. But Rip isn't that great against Sack anyway, so that might be okay. Okay, so this hand, I don't know if we should keep. This is a 6.
Yeah.
On 7, I think this is a clear mull.
Agreed.
But I kind of think it might still be a clear mull.
I think mulling this makes a lot of sense.
The problem is, I'm worried that if we keep, our hand isn't even good.
Yeah, like, what do we need to draw? We need to draw, like,
a land,
exactly white source into an
Reckless Impulse? Yeah, like, that doesn't do so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if we draw something like Mountain into, like, I don't know.
Spells, that's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, but that's still pretty specific. We could just draw Mountain into creatures or white spells or showdowns or, the problem is I think drawing a Mountain isn't good enough to make our hand good.
Yeah.
So I think we should just mull.
Okay.
Discipline, mull the 5. This is the best hand we've seen.
Yeah. And we're just going to check 2 mountains?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, we multiply a bunch with this deck, but again, I think the kind of lesson is this card is super important in our deck.
Yeah.
Just like, if we have Rend Resolve, a lot of things will work themselves out.
What does... Oh, this is Grease Fang. That's what
Presumably
this means?
Grease Fang.
But the fact that you took Change the Rocks is...
It's Rona combo.
Oh, it's Rona combo. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't look at the companion. I just assumed it was Jagantha or something. It's Rona combo. Yeah. I guess I'll play Mountain.
Sure.
I mean, there might be some weird reasoning to play Battlefield Forge, but it seems fine to play Mountain. Rona.
I mean, if we draw... Well, I guess... Never mind.
If we draw a way to kill Rona, I plan to kill Rona.
Well, yeah, but what is that? I guess another Play with Fire would do it.
Or Chain to the Rocks.
Yeah, good point.
Okay, I think I want to just Rend Resolve.
I think so, yeah.
And set up a Pia next turn. Also just dig for Chain to the Rocks, if you play with Fire, etc., etc.
That's very bad.
Well, it's not that bad. If we just draw a land, we can stomp plus play Fire the Rona. And I do think killing the Rona is very important.
Okay.
I know that Greasefang cannot have Jagantha. That's why I was very confused when they played the pathway.
Classic no part. Also, I love how they have Zerda as their companion, and none of the lands they've played cast Zerda.
Yeah. Well, it's only there to be picked up and looted away.
Is that actually true?
Yes.
I did not know that. I haven't played against this deck before.
Stomp Jace, I guess.
I think so, yeah.
It's not inspiring.
Yeah, especially because they knew we could do it.
But I mean, we're resource tight here. I think we kind of need to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, so I assume this is the Matt Nass list that he won a Pioneer Challenge, or came in second in a Pioneer Challenge with. If it is the Matt Nass list, what you know about is that after the stream, Matt Nass said he's not sure he thinks playing Zerda is right.
Okay.
But yeah, because it does have some costs. Like for example, it precludes playing some permanents you might want to play. But they're not that good. It's like they're kind of marginal permanents. Is that a Masterminds acquisition?
Sure
All right.
is.
Well, I guess they have Masterminds acquisition. I don't know what they're gonna mastermind, but you know. Okay. Well, notably, we could just kill Rona.
Oh.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
Because for one thing, well, wait. Actually, that also exiles Rona.
It does.
Do you think we should do that?
I have no idea.
It seems not like I think they're pretty close to going off here, is what you should know.
Well, wait. So what if we play Monastery Swiftspear, play with fire down Tyvar, and play the land tapped? Is that a reasonable choice?
Well, we just attack Tyvar for playing Monster Spare.
Oh, I guess that's true. And I was gonna say then attack Jace for 2, but maybe that maybe just doesn't.
Seems like Jason Kills Loyalty is unimportant.
Okay.
I'm pretty in for play Spike Field Hazard, play Monster Spare, attack Tyvar, pass. But I don't want to play that at all then.
Okay.
That seem reasonable?
I think so, yeah. I think that's what I want to do.
I think it's what I want to do too.
Yeah.
I really dislike killing the Rona and making no progress and not playing a land when we desperately need the land.
Yeah.
It's just so detrimental to us going anywhere. And we do kind of need to get going. Like, we also need to clock them.
Right.
If this is the Matt Nass list, how Matt Nass described his deck is bad against red-black, but pretty reasonable otherwise. And I suspect it is, in fact, decent against us.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, there are Thoughtseize Fatal Push deck with a potentially fast combo and, like...
Yeah.
Pretty reasonable fair game. We should probably board and rest in peace.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know what other sideboard cards we have that might be good, but I think definitely Rip. I mean, honestly, maybe Deckstone in some number.
Yeah, just because we need answers for Rona.
Because killing Rona, I think, is just insanely important, yeah. Okay, so if they have the thing, we're dead to this. Well, yeah, I think that's true. Okay, they might not have the thing, they're looting first.
Or that's just objectively correct, maybe?
Well, Deckstone is worse than Volley, that's true. Okay, they're just digging again. Well, not much we can do about that. All right. Leaving the acquisition in the yard because presumably that's their kill con. Or
yeah, although wait, it doesn't Jace a kill con?
There's like a lot of kill cons, but on Moto you have to worry about clock pretty heavily.
Oh, okay, fair.
Like, in paper, I think you don't need to worry about kill cons at all, and on Moto you substantially do.
Okay. I'm scared now.
Well, we might just be dead. I mean, that would suck. Fae of Wishes. Okay, that does not kill us. I like being alive.
They put Fae of Wishes on the battlefield.
Yes.
Not even playing Granted.
Well, if they get to infinite mana, then Fae of Wishes is a functional kill con. Okay, I think I want to cast Ren's Resolve.
I would also like to do. We could attack with Swiftspear first.
Well, this is sorcery.
Why no?
Okay, why would we attack Swiftspear first?
I guess, yeah, if they blocked with Fae of Wishes, we wouldn't care, right? We would not.
We might play with Fire, but we can do that anyway.
Yeah.
And, like, what if, for example, we hit
Yeah. Okay, red's resolve.
I'm resolved, turn resolved. Okay. This is the one on adventure, right? Okay. So I think we should play Sacred Foundry.
Okay.
I think I want to play...
Do we want to play with fire the Jace?
Well, I want to attack and see what happens.
Okay, that's fine.
I think I want to now attack Jace.
Okay. I mean, they're going to block with their 1/4.
Okay, then I want to kill the 1/4.
Really?
Well, it's pretty relevant.
Okay, what if... I guess they're not going to just flashback Mastermind's acquisition? That doesn't make much sense.
Oh, wait, shit. Is that just deterministic lethal? Wait.
Because wait, what does the 1/4 do?
Well, it eventually bounces to your hand.
Right.
And then that wish becomes a kill con.
Okay. But I'm worried that, like, there's a slow wish versus they can just wish now.
You're right. And they don't have enough mana to kill us with Fey Wish's next turn.
Yes.
Because it's 4 to do, 2 to wish. They'll wish for a thing, and that would be all 6 of their mana.
Yeah.
If they have another Mox Amber, I guess it's not. But okay, you're right. So then I guess I want to attack Jace and then regardless play with Fire. Okay. In which case, I actually want to play Sacred Foundry and Shock first, because we're going to do it anyway. And that puts the Fear of God in them.
Okay, and do you want to play the Soulscar Mage first?
No.
Okay, because of, like, counters?
I want to threaten 2 burn spells.
Oh, I see, okay.
I want to scare them.
Oh, I see, okay.
I think we are dead to it, Sam, because Jace is something to spend mana on eventually. You can, like, bounce the Jace and all this shit. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's true. Also, I just think maybe just getting GM and Jace is just the right thing to do anyway. Okay, so I'm going to let this happen. And then let's play with Fire Jace. How does bouncing Jace help? Well, okay, so bouncing Jace is a loot, right? So don't they have... Oh, no, wait. It's not a loot because then they need to untap. Wait, I don't know. I feel like there's a kill involving Jace, but now I'm not sure what it is. Why did they loot away... I guess they just don't have enough graveyard fuel anymore?
Yeah, or maybe they have another dig?
Yeah. I'm also not exactly sure what we'll do next round.
And I predict we're going to play Ren's Resolve. We might play Pia first.
Yeah, I mean, the Thoppers are pretty relevant.
Yeah. Are they going to flip Rona? No, they're going to dig through time. Okay.
Okay, this definitely kills us.
Here they just make infinite...
Okay, so they're going to make infinite mana, then they're going to bounce Fae of Wishes.
Okay.
Then they're going to wish with Fae of Wishes for Aetherflux Reservoir.
Oh,
they're going to cast Aetherflux Reservoir, which untaps Rona. Yeah. And they're going to keep looping until we die.
Wait, Aetherflux Reservoir is legendary?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe that's the fast moto kill.
Okay. It's not legendary.
Oh wait, maybe.
But they can just wait a while. They can just keep doing this.
Maybe it's Karn for Reservoir they wish for. Yeah,
okay.
I don't remember. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the details of this. Okay, they did wish for Aetherflux Reservoir.
But this just didn't stop them. They're just still going off.
Oh wait, they just don't need to be legendary.
Yeah.
They just because they can. Yeah, sorry, that's just untrue. They need to be legendary. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're dead. Let's concede.
Okay.
We don't need to sit through this anymore. That is enough to kill us.
Yep.
All right. So I think clearly. So I think that these are good.
Yeah.
And it is my contention that Rest in Peace is good.
Okay, wait. I think a Braid is probably good too.
Well, I think these might be good.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I do think a Braid might be good also. I mean, it seems better than Deckstone, which is the bar. Okay, and I think these are terrible. These are terrible. I think like all the shocks are bad. Is my guess. Like I know that we can shock Jace or whatever, but I'm off it. I think we want to just go fast and hard and chain the rocks and clean up random Jaces or whatever.
Okay, and so Kumano we think is good. It deals damage. We could keep some shocks for Jace, but I guess...
I just think that, like, okay,
okay. They just don't have that many creatures, yeah.
So assume they have 4 Jace and 4 Aronas and that's it, which I believe is correct. I think not, or sorry, these shouldn't be this pile.
But 7 kill spells?
Like, is 7 kill spells for 8 things? Like, that's not an unreasonable ratio.
Yeah.
And also, like, I don't know, we're, like, I mean, I'm gonna, I guess, shave this because I think it's the worst card remaining, but I want to go fast. This honestly is pretty good. Like, maybe it's even better than a Soulscar Mage.
You could cut the 4th Showdown.
Oh, that's pretty reasonable, although they are decently grindy.
Yeah.
I think I just think Showdown is too good. Like, when in doubt, leave Showdown.
Okay, Dingle Egg, so far we have yet to lose... Oh, we just lost our first game.
That was the first game we've lost, yeah.
And we are 3-0.
So, hard to complain about that. I mean, I don't mind Spikefield as literally comes to play Tap Mountain. But it's not great, for sure. I mean, I get that it does nothing else. Maybe that's just too bad? But we're on the play. I kind of think it's leave it on the play, cut it on the draw angle.
That makes a lot of sense.
My suspicion is we should cut a 1-drop. Is that just Maniacal?
I think I want to cut the 4th Showdown.
Okay, I'm here for it.
We also, like, raised our curve. We added all these 2-drops in, like...
Well, we didn't...
I guess, we cut Bone Crushers. Okay, that's... Yeah.
I don't think that's true, Dingle Egg. This deck has a very strong late game.
Yeah.
I think our late game is very realistically better than theirs. I mean, I'm not saying I love ETB Tap Mountain, but my deck is not... I think my deck is not constructed in such a way as to cut it very often.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to keep this hand on the strength of comes to play Tap Mountain, I think. I think the question is, what should we do on 1? It might be Spikefield Hazard.
I think it is Spikefield Hazard.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
I don't know, Sam. With these Privacy decks, I think these decks do a decent job of incidentally pressuring the opponent while you, like, draw cards and do your thing.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't played that much with this particular deck, obviously, but my experience playing, like, Prowess and Modern leads me to believe that leaving in the 1s while having a bunch of disruption is a reasonable plan. My opponent is really thinking about their hands. Not sure what that means. Opponent is really in the tank about their 7.
Yeah.
Uh...
I think if I were to bring this deck to a paper event, I would, like, write on a piece of paper, like, can be played this turn, and write on another piece of paper, like, can be played until the end of next turn. And I would, like, in my upkeep, move everything over, you know?
Yeah, that is somewhat reasonable.
And on an adventure, on a 3rd piece of paper. Punished.
Okay, let's cast one of our resolves. Or,
yeah.
Wait, which one?
Impulse.
Alright.
Then we'll have one of each left.
I guess that probably plays around something weird. I mean, this is fine, Greg. We're just wishing for more wishes.
Uh-huh.
Love to wish for more wishes. Okay, I think this is also fine. I mean, my intent is to just run the resolve and then chain to the rocks, I think.
It's a little awkward because... And you're just going to play a mountain?
Yes.
Okay.
It's fine. If we get 2 lands off it, we won't play the second one.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think the question you're asking is pretty... I don't know how to give a straightforward answer to that question, is my response. Like, the fact that Reckless Impulse draws card makes Showdown both better and worse.
Yeah.
I think that the net effect might be nothing. Because it both helps you hit land drops and helps you have more gas, so, like, its relationship to Showdown is non-straightforward. Okay, let's Red Resolve again.
Is there a world where we're going to play Swift Spear first?
Oh, I guess I was thinking that's unlikely, but it's not that unlikely.
I think we do want to play Swift Spear first.
I mean, certainly there are Ren Resolves that punish us pretty heavily for doing that.
Oh yeah, like, for example, if you saw, like, Chained to the Rocks, we'd be sad.
Or even just, like, maybe we just, like, prefer to play Pia.
Okay, Ren's Resolve.
I think we should Ren's Resolve, and if we miss out on 1 damage, it's fine. Okay, but now I want to play Swiss Beer
and the Kumana that's about to go away.
Yep.
Yep.
Because this is next turn. Yep.
Yep.
And this is this turn. Yep.
Yep.
Greg, I think that if you play the second paper, you might be able to accomplish it with just dice.
Oh.
Like, I don't think it's actually that complicated with the interaction, but I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, put 2s on the one that have 2 turns.
Yes, just like literally put dice, and I'm going to keep decrease all dice by 1.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that confusing. Well, the problem, Dom, is this deck has many different cards from many different sources.
Yeah.
So, like, you definitely need a slightly more sophisticated tracking system than that, I think. But, yeah. Okay, I think I'm down to cast this Rend Resolve.
Love it.
I mean, yeah, the alternative would be just cast this, but I think I prefer the Resolve.
I think I prefer the Resolve.
Possibly because it lets us have more outs to kill this, and partially because of, like, Resolve into re-Resolve sort of outs.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I think I just want to play a bunch of, like, play all 3 of these cards.
All 3 of those cards? I think so, yeah.
And I guess I can just do this first and attack for 3. Obviously, this doesn't fully stop them. It's a little sad that makes their Jace a permanent looter, but it's probably pretty annoying for them, is my guess. And we definitely could just, like, be dead this turn. But I think if we don't die right now, we're in a good spot.
I agree.
Because next turn, I think we will cast Showdown.
That's scary.
Well, it could just mean they want to bounce some shit, but it also might mean we're dead.
Okay. Yeah, it did go like that was kind of my intention when I also we're just dead, right? They just get to dig through their whole library.
No, they're not looting as they do this.
Oh,
this is not. They have not yet demonstrated that we're dead.
Right. Okay.
Maybe we are in fact dead, but like we currently do not know enough to concede.
Yeah. Like they might just be digging through time
here. Yes. Although then we'd probably be dead, I assume.
Sure.
But I mean, they could hit 7 lands. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, Azax, I'm not saying we're that likely to be alive, but I'm not going to concede till I see them play a kill con. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, it is in fact the dig and see if they have a kill con angle.
Yeah.
I assume their kill con dense enough. This is pretty likely to be death, especially because they still have infinite mana, so they can like re-dig or what have you.
Yeah.
But you know, not conceding till I'm dead.
Okay. Not dead to that either.
This is absurd. I mean, they also do still have a Jace Loot, so it's like a pretty hideous number of looks here.
Yeah.
But you know, what you think I'm going to concede to a hideous number of looks at being dead?
They topped the card with Consider. Yeah, they did do that. Maybe it was just another dig through time or another Consider.
Yeah, our logic is a little dubious for sure. Yeah, them continuing to do this, okay, that should kill us. Yeah, that just kills us. Great, let's concede.
Okay. Dang, now I have to actually think about what...
Alright, well, we're 3-1. We have not lost any games except Toronto combo. See, what I like about that statement, Greg, is it's very accurate.
Yeah, I know.
I had to say it.
We lost the white-red mirror.
Well, they certainly did have a red-white companion.
That's true.
So
we didn't have a red-white companion.
Well, we had a red companion.
True.
Also, Greg, I tweeted out that this was the truth or scam stream.
I did see that.
At the end of the stream, you're gonna have to give a verdict, which is you're only allowed to say the truth or a scam.
Okay.
And not allowed to provide any context at all.
I understand. Do you also give a verdict?
Yeah.
Is it like a 1, 2, 3 reveal kind of situation?
Yeah, we can do
like a thumbs up, thumbs down.
Exactly.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I'll make this a regular feature of our streams where we try weird decks, but we're gonna see how it feels today, chat. We're gonna see how it feels. If we like it, it could be. It could be.
I think I know how I'm voting. But I'm excited to see how the last match changes my mind.
All right. Well, first we have to find an opponent. If we never find an opponent, we'll never be able to vote.
That's true. We'll just sit here forever.
Yeah, the stream will last until we find an opponent. If we have to just take meals here while we wait, that's so be it. If we have to start our own society in the stream room. Have
Magic Online crash and have to wait until Chain to the Rocks is legal on Arena, and then we can play the deck on Arena for our 5th match.
Wow, that would be really tough. Chain to the Rocks will never be legal on Arena, Greg. I don't know if I'll live to see that. Well, this is a Sneep.
Sneep it off, baby!
Turn 2 is going to be very interesting, but we'll get to that.
I think it depends a lot on what they do.
I also think we should lead on Sacred Foundry, is my opinion.
Okay.
Our opponent revealed no companion, and MTGBot does not know what they're playing. Well, I presume they're going to take Pia, which is a little sad. If they don't take Pia, I also don't know what that would mean.
Yeah. They have just like a bunch of fatal pushes. What's today's candle sponsor? Great question. We've got a nice, lovely Sailing in the Mediterranean candle from Bath & Body Works, given to us by friend of the stream, Dom Harvey.
I think it's just Impulse.
Slam it.
I get that if they play with Harvest, it'll be like a little awk, but we'll make it work.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not the greatest.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll figure out what to do with that. Obviously, we could just play Pia, and we might do that. But like, if they play Blood Death here, we might just
stop it from exile, yeah.
And just not play Pia. I don't think that's crazy. If they just play land and pass, I think we should probably play Pia.
Yeah, I mean, the awkward part is then they're going to fatal push it, but it's fine. Oh, we can attack first.
Let's attack first.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that pause. I mean, they have it, but I think we should still play Pia.
Yeah.
I think shocking them is pretty deranged.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, I get that it makes that fatal push awkward, but I feel like what it really does is just like, I don't know, our second Bunker Giant is not clearly worth a card, is I guess my overall contention. And because they didn't reveal Giganta, we know this is straight red black mid, not red black sack.
Good point.
I don't think just playing Giant makes all that much sense, but we could have done that. Okay, let's Kumano and pass with intent to stop, I think. I'll play land 2.
We could just play a 4-3 now.
But I'd rather play a 5-4 next turn and get 2 damage.
Oh, right.
Is my opinion.
And hey, Matt Tetz, welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow.
Also, I think this should maybe be white side. Not that it's incredibly important.
Also, wait, we hit... It wasn't you, Matt Tetz, but we are over 1,000 followers. I meant to be watching at this stream and I forgot. You're 1,002, so you can go back if you want to see if you were the 1,000th follower. It might have been you.
I'm not very interested in Jag to hand when I could instead just stop and then play the Bone Crusher.
Yeah.
If you Jag to hand, then we don't draw land. I just don't think, like, Like, well, the problem is, what if we either don't draw land or even just draw an Inspiring Advantage? We just miss out on 2 damage for, like, kind of nothing?
Yeah.
I don't love that outcome. I get where you're coming from, but I prefer this. Thanks, Azax. Really, really contributing to the cause.
Just unfollowed. Rude.
Mm-mm. And also, I have no idea if Azax is bluffing or not, because his range is so balanced.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I think it's really one of the most admirable traits about Azax, and that statement is about as strong as you'd think it would be.
Yeah, if you're still here, Tim, you were our 1,000th follower, and we appreciate you.
Well, we should give Tim some sort of special bonus. I have unknown nature.
Don't make promises you can't hold. Do you want to kill this Goblin Shaman?
I think so, yeah. Okay. I feel like against Red-Black mid, killing a Goblin Shaman just usually is the thing to do.
Yeah. Plus, it's some nice, fun fire.
I do like to play with fire. Oh!
Look, it's some nice, fun rocks. Some nice, fun chains. We already had the rocks.
Yeah, the rocks were at the ready, the chains are what just happened.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, I think we just kill the giant, pick up Jeggy, and smash.
Yeah, I love all of that.
I mean, they could easily kill our giant, and then our play's pretty medium, but eh. Such is life.
Yeah.
And it doesn't leak any information to pick us up, because they see we have no cards. Yeah. Alright, well, 5-4 in. I mean, they're at 5 here.
Yeah.
Even ignoring our next, like, showdown grinds capabilities, we do just have a lethal creature and another lethal creature.
Yeah. Although, we currently can't play the other lethal creature, but...
Yeah.
We'll find a way, I think.
I think it'll be fine.
Discarded Bloodtith and a Braid.
So what does that mean?
They have 3 fresh cards.
But, like, okay, what I'm saying is, like...
They're just like, that's not good enough to stop our board, right? Like,
I guess that's just not very good.
It's just not very good, yeah.
Well, I think we should play this, sadly.
Agreed. And I kind of think we should attack.
Why?
Because they have more kill spells than we do. And I kind of want to make the trade.
Yeah, I guess it also kind of weakens their Fable flipped.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down. I'm not attacking. It's just that if they kill it, they take 2.
Oh, wait, that's a good point. Maybe we shouldn't kill it.
I think if they kill it with it, it's fine.
Okay. The they take 2 argument is really real.
Also, we cannot assess again next turn.
Yeah.
As far as that they have more kills than we do, that is true, although revolting isn't always trivial.
Yeah.
This turn they're revolted, don't get me
right,
wrong, from the Fable flip. Yeah. But they won't necessarily be revolted forever. And also, I might be down to check like this turn if we brick. But okay, now I just want to
chain to the rocks, the Bone Crusher, and attack for 5.
Well, I was thinking about it. Maybe that seems really good to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they have Fatal Push because, well, I think they would have main phase because they can't be guaranteed revolts.
Yeah.
So they could obviously have like, you know, Power Word Kill or like
or something
a 2-mana kill spell.
Yeah.
But
I feel like we're just not in that bad of a situation if they do that.
I agree. Let's jam.
Not going to chain to different rocks just in case.
Well, it's actually better to chain to these rocks.
Yeah, I know.
It turns out what you should really do with your rocks is you find one mountain that's very like simple, and that's where you put all the chains.
Very basic, if you will.
I won't.
You won't. Simple. Okay. Sorry for assuming.
Yeah. You can't just be assuming these things. They also could in theory like block and finish it off or something like that, but okay, they do have a Fatal Push. Pretty surprised, but you know, they go to 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going to castle the 1. That's pretty unhinged.
Yeah. Having seen like Bone Crusher Giant, Spikefield Hazard play with fire from us, that's very bad.
That is very bad. I stand by our plays, and we could still win this game, but we're definitely losing now.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this. I know they can kill it, but whatever. I mean, what does not playing it accomplish?
You could like draw a chain to the rocks and then play it, for example.
Oh, that's true. Okay, you want to play Tassing Foundry Go?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it just accomplishes so little. Like, I know we're just, like, losing by a ton, but, like...
Well, we're not actually losing by as much as it seems, I think. Like, we just need, like, one good Showdown or Reckless Impulse to be back in.
Sure.
For example, imagine we Reckless Impulse into, like, Pia Stomp.
Yeah.
Or Pia, like, Play with Fire.
Sure.
Or we Showdown into, like, any 4 cards, one of which is a removal spell.
That's very bad.
Okay, I mean, now, admittedly, we are losing badly. I mean, I don't know. We sort of are getting punished for not chaining this and just, like, making conservative play, but
Yeah.
I think I stand by what we did, even though it didn't work out. I think it's kind of insane they didn't Fatal Push main phase.
Yeah.
Given that they knew they'd revolt that turn and wouldn't necessarily have it in the future. Okay, I'm going to play our cards.
Okay, yeah, I think we're just, like, super dead.
Well, let's see. They copy. We're not literally dead.
Yeah.
I think we are not mathematically... Like, I think...
I agree that I think we're not mathematically dead.
Okay, but if we're not mathematically dead, then we have outs. We always have outs that are just, like, absurd.
Yeah.
Like, I think the perfect Showdown would get there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if they had Reflection Shieldred there, it could have been much worse for us. We should be pretty happy.
Yeah, we are pretty lucky they didn't Reflection Shieldred.
Yeah. Especially if they just, like, did in their end step, then we take 4 when we draw. That would be a disaster.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well reasoned, Greg. I think chat knows, Greg. I think chat knows.
It's my favorite bit.
Your favorite bit is definitely Cleveland.
What about Otherworldly Gaze? That's my actual favorite bit.
Yeah, this is at most your 8th favorite bit. Alright, so I suspect we don't sideboard all that much in this kind of matchup.
Yeah.
Like, I think we probably want some of these to answer, like, Shieldreds and stuff.
We want some invasions?
Well, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I guess
doesn't seem that great.
It doesn't seem that good.
Like, also, okay, as far as bad cards go, these are our only possible bad cards, really.
Yeah.
And I don't even mind some Play with Fires. Maybe Zero is right. Maybe just this straight up.
And we can deck stone to kill, like, Shieldreds?
Yes, and also Fable tokens without giving them a clue.
Yeah, okay. But
I mean, I'm shaving a land here on the idea that in this matchup, like, because they're so grindy, we want a little higher spell ratio.
I think that makes sense.
So, I propose this.
Okay.
Like, I do like a few shocks against Fable decks in general, but I think the Bone Crusher just covers.
Yeah.
So I don't think we want really more shocks beyond Bone Crusher. And I mean, Invasion is nice against some sweepers, but our deck is pretty decent just playing through the sweepers, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a Sneap, I think.
Agreed.
It doesn't really do anything, but, you know, in some sense it does everything.
Also, I just refreshed because I was curious, and I can confirm that Azax did not unfollow.
Well, yeah, obviously it was a bluff. His range isn't that balanced.
Yeah.
By the way, this bit is absurd.
Which bit? Counting our followers or Azax's range?
Dealer's choice.
I did consider after we hit 1,000 stopping individually thanking followers, but I don't know. I guess we can still do it.
No, we should keep doing it.
Yeah.
If people follow, they get a thank you.
Nice. And if people subscribe, they get a more enthusiastic thank you.
That makes sense. Okay, well, let's Reckless Impulse.
Yep.
It's pretty reckless, I gotta say.
Yeah.
We really need some lands. That is not my favorite. It's fine. Our top 2 cards are lands.
A new bit for each follower.
That's in our range.
Yeah.
We probably have on the order of 1,000 bits.
That's true. We've been streaming for a while. We've just forgot a bunch of them, you know?
Well, do you remember Meteorite? That was a good
Yeah,
one.
I think it's still a command.
Is it really still a command? That's insane. We haven't referenced it in like 10 years.
It is! There it is! Meteorite!
Alright, Pia.
Yep. And I think it's still, not only is it 1 command, I think it's 2 commands. It is 2 commands. You can type it either way. Thinking about streaming. Any advice? I actually think we do have streaming advice. I think what we'd say is, like, make sure you're having fun and doing what you like to do.
Yeah,
I think
you don't want to let what gets those views cause you to not do things that you like.
Yeah.
That's not to say you can't ever be impacted by views, but, like, you kind of have to balance it. I want to stomp them.
Sure.
I don't think they're going to take Bone Crusher, but I don't want them to.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're going to take Showdown of the Skulls, but...
Honestly, they might take Bone Crusher.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I don't know, for example, like, we really try and, like, prioritize our own life over stream when it comes to that. Like, for example, like, notably, we started kind of, or, like, we started a little late and Andrew started by himself because I was doing other things today, and it's just, like, I don't know, that's just how we stream. Like, was Candle Sponsor done recently? You can ask. You can always ask. We're always happy to talk about candles. Ooh, did they no discard?
They no discarded.
Don't
Not
like
a great
that.
sign for us. Okay, I'm kind of down to just play Bone Crusher.
I like that. Here's our Lotus. My Lotus.
Because just, like, letting our Resolve cook seems pretty good.
Also, there's, like, a new Kickstarter that a bunch of Magic content creators are doing, or have been sponsored by, which is for, like, a cool Magic frame. And I kickstarted it yesterday because I want the cool frame to put my Lotus in.
Are you sure that frame is sufficiently nice for the Lotus?
It's pretty fancy.
Okay.
It's definitely fancier than the frame that my Scalding Tarn is in.
That is an immensely low bar. Okay, well, I think I'm... Oh, that might change things.
What's today's candle sponsor? Great question. Today, SystemMagic is sponsored by this Sailing in the Mediterranean candle, unofficially, of course, from not from Target, like normal, from Bath & Body Works, given to us by friend of the stream, Dom Harvey. It's a nice 3-wick candle. It's really going. If we light all 3 wicks when we use this, it is not going to last long. But, you know, it will have lived a good life.
I think I want to Ren's Resolve. Without playing Switchway first.
And leaving out Forge?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty complicated, but that seems right to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I just think we shock Kumano, chain the Fable. Well, attack first, I guess.
Okay.
But with intention to shock Kumano, chain the Fable.
Okay.
Right?
I like that.
And what I like about playing with Kumano this turn is that it makes our Swiss Spear larger permanently instead of larger temporarily.
Yeah. So
it seems just pretty good on the whole. They're 12? Yeah. We might even be winning, although it's close-ish. All right. What do you got, opponent? You failed to discard. Your hand is pretty likely to be 2 spells. Well, they could have drawn a land since then, I guess.
Sure.
But what are these spells? Oh, God. That is savage.
That is very savage.
Okay. Well then.
What is the rest? Can we read this card?
It exiles all graveyards.
Well, I wanted to know what it...
Then it becomes a 3/3.
Whatever deals combat damage, put a counter on it.
I think we should probably just cast both the spells in our hand, but I'm not sure.
I agree.
It's not a great play, mostly because it seems like it's not a winning play.
Yeah.
But we just kind of need to top deck some biz. Exiling those graveyards first, just to keep their 2 cards in the bin. Very wise from our opponent.
I mean, they maybe have like Croxa or something.
They no discard again.
No discard? Oh, God. I bet that Shouldred has been cooking for a bit.
I know. I thought that might be the case, but I didn't feel like we could afford to not deck stone.
I think that was all right.
I guess tap this.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can chain to some rocks, and then I can shock and pick up Gigantha.
Oh, right. Okay.
I still think we're losing, but...
Yeah.
This is definitely the line. The problem is that they're about to get 2 permanents.
Uh-huh.
And I believe if you Fable copy a Vessel, it's really messed up, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Because you get... Don't you get the... Oh, no, wait, you get the backside.
You definitely get the backside.
Oh, no, wait, never mind. It's not that messed up. Right. Of course you get the backside, because when you copy Fable, you get the backside.
Right.
Yes, okay. Never mind. I somehow always think that Fable works differently than the others, but it all, in fact, works exactly the same. Alright, well, this is awful, but let's play Jotha.
Yeah.
And we definitely want to play all lands because of chains of showdowns and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, us getting embarrassed by red-black 2 games in a row is not making me like our deck more, I must be honest.
Well, I mean, clearly when we lose, you should like our deck less, and when we win, we should like our deck more.
I was feeling pretty good when we were 3-0.
I mean, it feels like, in theory, this deck should be decent against red-black, just because its threats are pretty cheap and it's pretty good at drawing cards.
Yeah.
But it is possible that, like, that theory doesn't hold up to Fable. Also, this card does seem obscenely effective against us.
Yeah.
And I think that because Zac is very popular right now, people probably have more of it than they usually do.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, like, exactly how much we should index on that, but it clearly doesn't make our deck better. Well, I don't know, like, I don't think that's a great argument.
Yeah.
Red-Black like, I don't know that we would have been that much better shape if they had had less Thoughtseizes and more pressure, for example. Like, I don't feel like the way this game went was that, oh, well, like, we could have beaten lots of stuff, but we couldn't beat Thoughtseizes. Like, that's kind of not the feeling I get from this game.
I mean, that's got to be a pretty good draw, though.
Yeah, I mean, let's kill their thing. So we kill their thing, we play a 4-3, and we pass. Yeah, and they were conservative here to not die to some, like, string of, like, showdowns triggers or what have you, which is maybe reasonable, but they've given us a little time to get our footing here.
Ooh, they're getting punished by their exiling of all graveyards.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Well, sure, if our opponent's draw was heinous, we would have beaten it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, I don't know that this game we would have beaten the average red-black draw.
Yeah.
It's not like it was like, okay, like, against most draws we were fine, but 3 Thoughtseize beat us. It's like, well, if they had gone 1 Thoughtseize into Bloodtooth Harvester, into Graveyard Guy, and pressured us really heavily instead of triple Thoughtseizing us, I think that would have beaten us too. So that's kind of my argument. Anyway, I think we should block Vessel before it grows.
Wait. Alternatively, what if we don't block?
Well, I think they're going to play a spell post-combat. They have 2 cards in hand.
I know, but is it possible that we should try to find, like what if, like, they play a creature that's... Okay, we're dead to Shieldred if we do this, I know it. What if they play a creature and then we, like, showdown into Chained and then they're just dead?
Well, I sort of think if we block and then we showdown into Chain, we might be winning.
Okay, fine. We can block the thing.
Like, I don't... Basically, I don't think that, like, the game is so over that we need to go for some obscene, like, kill them lethal here.
Okay. Oh,
like,
wait. Should we have blocked the other one?
I think no.
Even though it had Ward?
Well, but this becomes a 4/4 trample.
Yeah.
Which I think is just scarier than this.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think the list of things we die to is important. My question is more just like, I'm not sure it meaningfully increases our outs. Yeah. Is my argument. Okay, well, I can't really imagine this working, but let's play this in SystemMagic.
Sure.
Because all the scenarios that it works, we're probably involved Pia blocking this 2/2 goblin. So.
I mean, currently our blocks are lined up. We're dead. I guess we're not literally dead.
Well, we need to draw a land, Fable away their land into a land, and then us to draw a showdown into his stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know, it's easy to say Showdown would have beaten what they're doing, but our Showdown was super late because we missed a bunch of land drops in this hypothetical. Right. So if they had played Pressure instead of those Thoughtseize, I think that pressure is just killing us. Like,
yeah.
Red-Black has a pretty fast clock if they curve out. In this game, they didn't curve out because they were busy thought-seizing us a bajillion times.
Right.
So we lived long enough the showdown would have been good, but like the counterfactual doesn't necessarily involve us living a long time. Okay, we died.
Pay 1 life. Make red mana on the way out.
Right, I made red mana.
Woohoo!
All right.
Well, we sure did win 6 games in a row and then lose 4 games in a row.
Yeah, that is hard to assess.
Yeah.
But all right. So now it's time for the verdict.
Oh no, now it's so hard now.
Yeah, the question is, this deck is the truth or a scam, Craig?
I have a question. If I play it at a local RCQ, does that mean I think it's the truth?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
You can vote scam and still play it.
Okay. That's important. That's good for me to know.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready to vote?
I'm ready.
All right.
Wait, no, I was gonna hold out my hand and then 3, 2, 1. It's fine. I was also gonna vote.
Okay,
scam.
we're voting scam on this deck.
But I do kind of want to play it this weekend because it sounds fun.
Well, I don't think it's terrible, but well, no, you're not allowed to play Amulet. You have to be ruthless, but Greg is not very ruthless. Okay, no, I have no real argument. I don't know if I believe in this deck. It's not bad. There's something here. Maybe with more refining we could get there.
Yeah.
But I am concerned right now that like our deck's just fundamental functionality isn't that high. A lot of the time we need Reckless Impulse in our hand, but then if those Reckless Impulses are awkward, our deck doesn't look great.
Yeah.
Like, I get that there's that game that's super impressive where you like multi-5 and our impulses were great, and then it was like we didn't multi-5.
Right.
But also it seems like there's games where we keep 7, our impulses are awkward, our deck is just bad.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I'm not sold. I don't think it's terrible. I don't want to vote scams as it's the worst deck in the world, but currently I don't think this is up to the standard of the best few Pioneer decks.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
I think I stand by that. I think it's a reasonable choice to play in a tournament. It's certainly not bad. It certainly could use some refining. I mean, it did take down a big Pioneer challenge this weekend.
Yeah. Again, I don't think it's terrible. I do think these are probably good.
Yeah.
And I also think more lands is good. Maybe this should be a regular land. That's possible. But yeah, we're not all the way there yet. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
When we play decks like the Zoomer Drake's deck, I thought that was a lot more fine than this.
Yeah.
Obviously, stuff like Mono Green, always the best decks.
Yeah.
All of those decks just felt better to me than this does. But I'm not saying this deck is awful. But I also have concerns like in our green match, I know we won game 1 very easily.
Yeah.
We would have lost game 2 to a competent player.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily sure I buy the claim this is the solution to green. I'm not saying it's horrible, but it seems more to me like, well, it's close. I don't know if they curve out and kill all the elves on time and then have some staying power, that's impressive. But on the other hand, sometimes you're forced to play Reckless Impulses early and taking turns off against green is really, really punishing.
Yeah.
And like, I'm worried it's not actually all that great. I mean, also like, when this card's in play, your deck looks obscene.
Right.
But it's sort of like, well, in the fast matchups, you really need to uncurve. In the slow matchups, you would ideally not see it naturally, but see it plus a castle thing off these.
Right.
Which is possible, but still like kind of asking something of you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my opinion is not there yet.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's about going to do it for our Red-White Pia stream. I hope you guys, I know that Kamada Man beat green a lot, but that doesn't really change, like, I am worried that Kamada Man beat green a lot for reasons other than the green matchup is great, such as if you just frequently draw Pia, it's a great matchup. It's like, well, okay, but you won't have Pia like 60% of the time or whatever.
Yeah.
Remember, it's like you just don't always draw 4s in Magic. But and also like late Pia is not as good. Anyway, that's about going to do it for our stream.
Do you have thoughts? We could send them here. We could send them here. I'm not sure how I feel like we sent them there kind of recently. We could just send them there for whatever.
Well, given what Connor Man is streaming, we send them there.
Oh, wait, they're just playing the same deck.
Yes.
Oh yeah, let's send them to Connor Man 11.
So we're gonna send Connor Man for more
nice.
Pia action.
Okay.
We'll be back tomorrow with some Lord of the Rings Limited, and then we'll be back Wednesday with either Pioneer or Modern. I don't think we've really settled on anything. But yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, so yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, enjoy Connor Man's 11 stream of our same deck. We just started that raid, so go ahead and join that. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment below whether or not you think this deck is the truth or a scam. You can just use a thumbs up emoji, or you can add more words to let us know your thoughts. But yeah, that's all for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, and SystemMagic out!